Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, mothers, fathers, daughters, sons, brothers and sisters. This is the Virtual Touring Car Cup, season number 2, round number 5 in the United Arab... I can't say it properly. In the United Arab Emirates, jewel in the crown, jewel in the desert. That is Dubai. My name is Chris Buxton and I'll be your commentator throughout this evening's race. Now, slight change of plan to the usual schedule. Well, technically we're reverting back to the usual schedule of me covering both lobbies. Now, last time out of Bannockbury 2 weeks ago, we had Husky cover the AM lobby and myself covering the pros. That was going to be the case tonight. Sadly, Husky's run into trouble. His car has broken down. He's not unable to make it. So we're reverting back to the split lobby stream. So we'll be covering the pro lobby when they get underway, which is literally in the next few minutes. So next few seconds, we will hear the engines rise shortly. So, a reminder for those new to the VTCC, this is how it looks. So, it is a Touring Car Series, of course on Project Cars 2, 8 events over 11 weeks. I've got the wrong slide again. Let's just say round 4 was the endurance event, not round 5, because we're doing round 5 now. That's a standard qualifying and race event. So, my apologies there. I should have had that updated. Pro and Am split into separate lobbies, although we are looking at a Pro Am lobby for those that are kind of in the transition between the two, either up or down. And of course, Facebook and Instagram for reach benefits for all drivers. So this is where we are. So we've crossed over the halfway point. 2 more rounds, including tonight, for this year, and then we will see in the new year, I should say, with Sugo and Donington. Right now, we are in Dubai on the international layout. We should be in for a treat. This is the spotter's guide for the Pro Lobby, where we are starting a few changes of names. Brendan James has joined us in this lobby. There are a few new names in here. I'm not sure all of them are actually listed. Mark Burton, funny thing, he's not going to be with us tonight. But one I'm really excited about, top row, third one in, Ollie Rubin. One, from what I understand, he's damn quick. But 2, main reason why I'm excited about commentating on Ollie Rubin is, those that follow me on Twitter will know I'll be commentating or making my commentary debut for the Classic Sports Car Club next March. He's a driver in it. So he and his dad Nigel drive an amazing TVR Griffith. So I look forward to commentating on him as well. This is how the Pro Championship looks, really, really tight up top. Gillone and Jameson just 2 points apart. And then a great scrap for third between Grassi, Kelly and Moll. Aaron Lard's a little bit on his own there with 37, but still lots to play for. Stuart Neal, 46, Jay Daniels, on 83, so I'm looking at the gap. Stuart Neal on 83, Jay Daniels on 82, Toby Owen hanging on to the top 10 spot. Brendan Van Heeden, let's hope his internet holds out to give him a bit more love in the championship. Right, bit of a change here as well in the AM side of things. Trev Hobart, I believe, is not with us tonight. His livery has changed, I think. But a change here. I'm just looking to see if I can find his name. No, I can't. But Colin Dunn has moved into the AM lobby from the pros. He was struggling a bit in the AM side, so he's reverted back. He's technically our AM champion, so he's looking to defend his championship, but his points were always set to 0 as a result. JP McKinley and Kiki Mack, the Celtic Bromance pair, still up top, fighting for top honours, but Finley Swarbrick, Chris Callahan not far behind. McRae Williams doing a good job, all in the 100 club. Andrew Whitehead not far behind. And Carl Alden, Byron Zimmerman, Alice Hughes and Matt Webb all in a great scrap for those midfield. Well, I say midfield, in the top 10, I should say. Same 4 streamers as before. So Finley Swarbrick, Kev Straw, Kiki Mack and Aaron Large streaming their points of view. So then, let's get on with the action, shall we? Let's head trackside. Let's see who we have got. Someone's forgotten to change their game attack. I can't remember who that is off the top of my head. Already the first driver out, and I've forgotten who that is. I don't think it's Brendan James, but it could be. So B-Mac, whoever you may be, we'll figure that out as time goes on. There's Jason Powell, who's had, again, such a mixed season with us in the pro lobby. We'll see how well he gets on. Just making sure I've got all my windows. I haven't got my circuit map open. Oh my goodness. Fire me on the spot. My word, what am I doing? What am I doing? Right, who else have we got? In the lovely Mark Kelly is being chased by an angry Gillo. Let's try that again. An angry Andrew Gillo. Roy Grassi is back with us. We now start to see the times on the board. There is Ollie Rubin. Or full send Ollie. There's Andrew Gillo, the Scottish flavoured BMW. Mole. We saw the amazing run in Nürburgring particularly. German contingent. Of course, Mr. Jameson gets the top of the field, 42.7. Nicely done. The current champion, although he's chasing that championship lead, but only by 2 points. How incredible is that? Both championships, the pros and the AMs, separated by only a handful of points apiece. Incredible stuff. Who else have we got? Jay Daniels is with us in his distinctive blue and orange car. Brendan Van Heeden is currently with us. Let's hope that his internet connection allows him to remain. Jelka Sterber is still on board with us. Welcome to you. Distinctive black car. That's Gary Cooper. Decided to call himself Gaz. Oh, thank you, Captain, who's just reminded me on who BMAC is. I was correct. It's Brendan James. He's from Australia. My goodness, that is dedication. Our reach has spread far and wide. So there he is, Brendan James. He's in. I think is he behind Jelka's car? No, he's got Jelka's. That's going to be interesting. On my screen, he's got Jelka Sterber's livery on. Okay, fair enough. I'll have to remember that. I'm sure I won't as time goes on. But welcome to you, Brendan James, newcomer in this particular. Toby Owen, the captain of the ship, just coming out to start his first lap. A new top time, top of the tree, is Andrew Gillone in the Beamer W. He's 1:42.184. He has got the world record on the time trial sheets for the default setup in this BMW at this track. So, the pressure on him to do well, you would think. We'll see. I mean, he can handle pressure. We've seen that time and again. But come lifetime, who knows? Who knows what can happen? Well, we all know anything can happen, quite frankly. So, Gillo in the top, Jameson in second. Ooh, steady on. A little bit wide, that may have invalidated his time. It did. Thought it would. Jason Powell in third position. Now, we've seen Jason have some amazing pace and some catastrophic luck. So, hopefully, the good luck can hold. In the run. I love these liveries. I say it every week, and I genuinely mean it. They look amazing these days. Roy Grassi from Cuban Motorsport. It's very easy to lock up there. That, I think, is turn 5. Oh no, that's turn 9. That's that really oddly banked, long, 180 degree left-hander. Oh, whoa, we used to something coming a bit. David Mall, 5th position. The full same crew, as highlighted by the FS at the top of the beginning of his name. Jay Daniels, he's also decided to become a bit. Aaron Large in the banana split flavoured Beamer, currently in 7th position. Oops, that's one of the 2 Jelka Sterber branded cars. Ahead of him, there is either Jelka or Brendan. 2 Brendans, that's not going to get confusing at all. Aaron Large up to 3rd with 43 flat, nicely done. Wow, Andrew Gillo with half a second almost over Alex Jameson. Well. Often you find Jameson with a gap like that, and Gillo not resting on his laurels, straight back out of the pits. With the job once again, Grassi, Daniels, and Mark Kelly. Oh, okay. Andrew Gillo decided to jump back to the pits for some reason. Jelka Sterber in 9th place with 43.8. We've got 3 cars with a 43.8. Mark Kelly, Jelka Sterber, and Brendan Van Heeden. 43.8. 44 flat is Gary Cooper. That's Carl Benson, who leads sim racing British flag adorned Renault. There's Ollie Rubin, newcomer to the VTCC. In the Classic Sports Car Club, he shares, as I say, a TVR Griffin in the swinging 60s category. number 47. And I saw that car at Donington when I was having my introductory meetings to the commentary hierarchy. And it's the only car I've ever known that roars up to you and screams as it comes past. A wonderful machine. So look forward to seeing how well that skill translates into the sim racing world. So we only have to get the time in the world. Giving it plenty of slidey ways, as Andrew Gillone always does. That is down at turns 6 and 7. I want to run a hot lap with Mr. Gillone. Well, actually, let's run a hot lap with Mr. Jameson since he's just coming into turn 1 or 2. Just want to say, I'll run a hot lap with anybody that has Andrew's top of the tree. However, we'll run one with the champion as he's just crossed the line at the point I decided to run the hot lap. So, in turn 3, there's Slider's how that car did not want to behave itself there. Into turn 4, flat out. Shouldn't need to worry about that too much. As Jay Daniels has overstepped the mark. You can see. Down the long back road. It's nearly as long as the start finish straight in fairness. Heavy braking zone into turn 5. Down through the gearbox. Keep the car nice and steady. Bit of a wheel spin coming out. We start to come uphill. The front wheel drive cars won't want the uphill section so much. Through 6. To 7. This seems a little more sedate for Jameson. I expected it to be a bit hot, unless he's decided to sort of do a second warm-up lap, perhaps. So we've gone through turn 8, which is a fairly non-existent corner. Now the long turn 9. Really awkward camber on that one. Now through 10. Catches the curb, wanders over the left-hand side, over the crest, around long turn 11, which again is really easy to overcook that, fly off into the stands, and validate the lap now. Does he improve? 140? Yeah, he does. There's me saying it looks a sedate lap. He's only going to stuck it up pole. 42.116. That's interesting. It didn't look like he was pushing that hard. Oh, we have a latecomer. It's Andrew. I was going to say Andrew Whitehead. That caught me out last time. That's Quentin Chauvetot. Now, for some reason, I get his gamer tag on Steam. I don't know why. For other people, he appears as his correct name, but that is Quentin Chauvetot. I got caught out last time because, of course, Andrew Whitehead, who's in the AM lobby, his abbreviation is exactly the same. So, Jameson up at the top then. By 68 thousandths of a second. What can Gillone, or what can anybody indeed, respond with that? And there is Andrew Gillone sliding around the final turn. Over the bump that precedes the line. Does he improve? He does very slightly. 42.173. But remains in second place. Everybody out on track now. I believe that is Brendan James. It is indeed. He's wearing Yerka's coat. That's fair enough. Welcome to you nonetheless, Brendan. His first race with us, I believe. I think it's his first race. I was told, my brain has let me down. We have had people returning that have been with us earlier in the season. Brendan is actually new to the VTCC, so welcome to you nonetheless. There's Jameson sliding around the final turn. Oh, you can see how hard he was pushing there, but I think he pushed it a little bit too far and has decided to bring that one back to the pits. If he hurries up, he might just about get out in time to start another time lap. Gillone coming through turn 7 with as much slidey ways as he dares. Aaron Last, third, just about to come over the line. Good effort there from the banana split car. No improvement in time. David Moll. His car through turn 7 towards turn 8, being chased by who was that behind him? It was Carl Benson was directly behind. Gary Cooper's decided to park it. Oh no, he hasn't. He's decided to come back out again. So he has come back into the pits. As long as he doesn't encounter too much traffic, he should beat the flag and have one more time lap. Oh, as he comes out right ahead of his teammate. That looks like Roy Grassi. It is indeed right behind him. And just as I've been talking about the times, Gillone has done a 42 flat. 142.046 on the board So once again, it's Andrew Gillone and Alex Jameson having an argument over the top spot. There is Jameson down the back straight into turn 5. It does look like the Renault really does not want to behave itself at that point. The car doesn't look happy. Wow, so look at that, 700ths of a second separating Gillone and Jameson, and then it's almost a second back to Aaron Large, and then thereafter is really, really short gaps. Look at that, the Cooper Motorsport pair, Roy Grassi and Gary Cooper, both setting exactly the same time to the thousandths of a second. Now that's been seen before, but both cars in the same team. That's incredible. Wow, and then 7 thousandths between Mark Kelly and Brendan Van Heeden. So very, very close times. Oh, wow, that looked a bit deep there, Mr. Gillone. I think you're going to... Oh, look at that, just chucks it in. It's the only way, really, to get that BMW to do what you needed to do. Ah, he's just having fun. He's just having fun now. Why not? And this is why it's one of my favourite cars in the game. I'd be stunned if you improved your time, but he has just beaten the flag. Now the checkered flag is out. Where is Jameson? He's giving it plenty of sideways as well. Okay, so he's just come through turns 3 and 4. He's on the back straight now. Roy Grassi cannot improve, so he remains on 43.749. Sorry, 479. Right, that was wrong order. Toby Owen has remained in 13th with 43.895. Less than a tenth behind is Carl Benson. He really has struggled this season. Ollie Rubin, he's done, along with Jay Daniels and I think that's David Moll. Yep. Moll in 4th. Yeah, great effort there. So 144.484 for Ollie Rubin on his debut in the series. And there's Brendan James. 44.587. So again, very, very close between those times. Yerk is done. 43.827. Stu Neal. 720. Oops, that's Quintin. He's invalidated his lap somewhere. Jay Daniels, no, is done. Gary's still going. Trying to get. It's just some corners that Renault just does not want to turn. Alex Jameson's pitching. So Andrew Gillone need not finish his lap, and he is on pole by 700ths of a second. A little bit of a lock up there from Gary Cooper. Oh, pushing, using every available inch of track. Does he improve? He does not, so he remains on row 4 at the exact same time as the teammate. Powell is done, Mole is done, as we know, Aaron Rodgers is done, so it's just Gillone. Our pole man is still going, and chuck it in there, son. There you go. No, overcooked it. And he'll know that I've watched him do that as well. And he'll blame me for commentator cursing him. I'll also like that. Well, you're the only one I can look at, Andrew. You're the only one actually on track doing anything, I think. Yeah, Quintin's done. And there we go. So, it is Andrew Gillone and Alex Jameson once again on the front row. Aaron Large and Brendan Van Heeden jumps up to 4. So I didn't actually spot that. Our second South African jumps up to 4th position. A great improvement there. Up onto row 2. David Moll and Jason Powell take on row 3. Then it's the Cooper Motorsport pair. Roy Grassi and Gary Cooper, row 4. Then it is Mark Kelly and Jay Daniels on row 5. Stu Neal and Jirka Sturber in row 6. Toby Owen and Carl Benson, row 7. Ollie Rubin and Brendan James on row 8. And with Quintin Joveto at the back of the field. And who has jumped into the com box with me at this moment? It's someone I don't recognise. Interesting. Okay. I'm assuming it's someone that didn't need to be in here. That's someone I didn't recognise as a driver, but never mind. Moving on. So in this moment, people can change. If they wanted to change which default setup they were using, they can. This is the moment to do so. Also, if they wanted to just sort of have a breather, take a minute, go have a quick bio break, grab a drink, what have you, They have 2 minutes from when this particular lull begins to when the race gets underway. If they haven't hit that ready button, they will be disqualified. And what a race we have. Now, this track is definitely one that promotes very, very close racing at the best of times. So with how close these times have been, this should be incredible. So look at that. BMW, Renault for the front 2 rows. You know, of course, the BMWs, as we know, are a little bit thin on the ground. But wow, haven't they done well? Here in Dubai. Here we go then for race number 1 of the night. The pros leading the way in tonight's stream. It is time to wind them up and let them go. And once... No, the wonder start from Gillone has failed him. And Jameson has had an absolute stormer from the front row. All screaming down towards turn 1. The first time in anger, 3, 4, 5 wide in some places. Come on, Jess. Oh, no, big impact. There's Moll. David Moll has gone off. There was a huge impact. He's gone. Toby Owen was involved in that as well. Oh, no, tragedy. On to row 1, but it's Jameson that leads the way. Gillone 2, Brendan Van Heeden up into 3rd. Aaron Large in 4th. Jason Powell 5th. Roy Grassy 6th. Wow, where did Gary Cooper go? He's down to 13th. Oh my goodness, a terrible start for the second of the Cooper Motorsports cars. Look how defensive Jameson's having to go into turn 5 in the first. Look at that, Brendan Van Heeden's not wasting any time though. He is right on Gillone's case. There's Aaron Lance, not too far behind. It's the battle of the behemoths up front, but the more they fight, the more that's going to allow the likes of Brendan Van Heeden to get involved. And that's the view from the South African, or the second South African I should say, as he chases the top 2 through turn 8. Jameson defending the whole way. He doesn't want to risk giving Gillone any inches at all. As Gillone is a little bit sideways going into turn 9. Cannot get the traction where he needs it. Jameson still defending the inside line. Mere millimetres between the two. As they come around the final turn for the first time in anger. Jameson leads Gillone, leads Van Heeden, leads Large, leads Powell, and Powell's under pressure from Roy Grassy for 4th position. As they come over the line, the Cooper Motorsport red Renault is going to be claiming that one, or is he? Right behind them, Mark Kelly is getting involved, and that's a decent start there for Carl Benson. There he is in 8th position, Stu Neal right behind, and David Moll, very wounded car, limps his way back into the pit lane. Oh dear, Toby Owen, who knows what I mean that. Quinton Jovito's had trouble. Oh dear, Quinton's not enjoying that at all. And Quinton's actually got himself a penalty. Look at this. So it does look like Aaron Large is falling a little bit off the back of that battle for the top position. Brendan Van Heeden still hanging on in there. Bit of a lock-up from Jameson. Is that an opportunity for Gillone? No, not quite. We know that Renault just misbehaves really when he gets into that final turn. So it probably doesn't mean anything at all. And Jameson just having to fend off Gillone. So it's that start that really let the BMW down, which is it's very uncharacteristic of Andrew Gillone. His starts will really have been lightning. Here we go, side by side through turn 8. Gillone on the racing line. Jameson taking the defensive inside line. Can Gillone do anything about it? Jameson locks up, and as now Gillone's got the traction he needs, but can he maintain? He's still on the outside. Jameson on the inside coming through turn 10, and he's going to have the inside line for the final turn. Down towards turn 11 rather. Inventing turns that now don't exist in the circuit. Brendan Van Heeden's got a great ringside seat for this entire battle. He's in the slipstream of it. Gillone now slips the inside line heading down towards turn 1. He's nudged into the lead now. Oh no, there's another one. There's 2 in the pit. Jack on the Rosenthal, one of them, Ollie Rubin on newcomer, and Gillone on the inside of turn 1 has nudged into the lead, but Jameson's got great traction on the outside to come through turn 2. What can be done here? Jameson's going to have the inside line for 3. Gillone gives him the racing room. Still no impact between the two. Brilliantly driven. Gillone gets back into the lead, but he's got a little bit deep coming through turn 4. And Jameson's got the traction he needs. He's going to draw alongside as they're coming into turn 5. Brendan Van Heeden's enjoying the show. Well, he's only up from his perspective. Down towards turn 5 once again. Gillone's a little bit later on the brakes. Oh, there's a little bit of impact between the two. Looks like James has nudged back into the lead, but Gillow's still on the inside line. They've been side by side the whole lap, and finally, Gillow does manage to get back up into the lead, but now Brendan Van Heeden is there to put the pressure on James. It's a little bit deep, trying to put the pressure on his fellow countryman, but that's allowing Aaron Large to get involved in the battle as well. He's caught up to, he's about 1.5 seconds behind Gillow now. Oh, but who came into the pits? Yeah, we did see Ollie Rubin come in. Was Mark Kelly involved in that at all? Mark Kelly's had an incident somewhere with a lap time for 2:01. My word, I don't want to. I know there's other battles going on, but we've got a great battle up front for the lead of the race. Gillow now starting to stretch his legs. He's got about half a second gap between himself and James. It did look like he had the pace advantage over Jameson. But as he's always taught me, consistency is more important than raw pace. Gillow's got bucket loads of both. Look at that, streaming down towards turn 1 on lap 5. Lap 4 rather. Oh, that's wide for Brendan. That's gonna give him a slowdown warning. That's going to be very frustrating for him. Track limit penalties are very, very unforgiving at this circuit, which, consider how hard you have to push in these cars to maintain that top pace. Oh no, that's Ollie Rubin in the pits again. I swear that's the second time he's been in. What on earth has happened to David Motley's in another catastrophic lap? So has he been involved in another incident only? It looks like the top 4 are, for now at least, kind of settled into their train. So let's have a look at slightly further down. Look at this lot. That's Roy Grassi leading this train. Jason Powell in 6th position. Gary Cooper, who fell to 13th on the first lap, now up to 7th. With Jakob Sterber and Stu Neal already behind him. That's the view from the back of the train of guys like Stu Neal. Again, lots of squabbling going on. Well, I'll say it's a train. He's trying to divide itself into a duo and a trio, this one. Slightly further back, there is Brendan James trying to put a move on Toby Owen, who's involved in that first lap crash with David Mole. The single still got away with it. His lap times not bad. Considering he was sent towards the wall, that's not bad at all. Brendan James in 11th position, and his mate mounting in the VTCC. Jay Daniels, 12th. Quintin in 13th. These guys are fairly spread out. There's Mark Kelly, who's fallen towards the back end of the field. Oh dear, Carl Benson again having trouble. There's David Mole. There's Ollie Rubin. Great shame for those guys. And it looks like Gillow needs really stretching his legs now. He's nearly a second away from Jameson. They've got 0.8 of a second on that last lap alone. Oh, that looks a bit of a compromise line though, coming through turn 4. And this top train has spread out a little bit. We've got some penalties on the board. We saw Brendan go that really deep into turn 1 last time. That inherited him as a 1 second penalty. Same for Toby Owen. 1 for Quintus Joveto and 1 for David Mole. Just to add insult to injury for our German entrant. And that last lead's getting quite close to the back of Brendan. So Brendan's had that penalty applied. That's why his lap times are 45.3. It would have only been a 44, but he would have lost time nonetheless to Aaron Large. So he's got to keep an eye on the banana split flavoured BMW behind him. Look at that chain of 5 behind. Now, of course, they're going to be squabbling for position, but they're all absolutely flat out. So whilst they are very, very close, they're not necessarily kind of punching and counter-punching. Oh, that looks like a bit of a move there from Gary Cooper, but a bit in vain, and that's put Jakob Sterber off. Stu Neal tip. Bit of a shame, but that war still continues. There is Brendan James. Toby Owen in there, battle for 10th position. They're not actually that far off of that big train. Again, Toby Owen still putting in decent times. A 44 flat from Brendan James is not bad at all. Hopefully, he's still piling the pressure onto Toby Owen. Whoa, that's a massive blocker from Gary Cooper. He's gone in way too hard to turn 1. Thank you very much, Jakob Sterber says, and through into 7th position. Through all the tyre smoke. A little bit frustrating for Gary, I think. It's gone too deep, though, through turn 4. This will probably be an opportunity for Gary to get in the slipstream. There we go. Actually, a fairly straightforward move, as long as he doesn't overcook the braking point. And Yerka's backed out of that. And back up into 7th position there for Gary Cooper. A lock in there from Stu Neal. And now you can see the proximity marker is beginning to kind of fall off there for this battle. And look at that. That's what 1.3 seconds, or about 1.5 seconds. That's what it looks like. But it needs to. And Jameson is slow. Jameson's slow. Jameson's had a problem. Oh no, technical problem for Alex Jameson. He's just going straight. There's no inputs there at all. There's no braking, no accelerating, nothing. Alex Jameson is gone. Oh no. That is absolutely terrible. What a shame for Jameson. Everything is just shut down. Oh, that is a shame. It is a great little shame. So that's allowed Gillow to dance off into the sunset. 4.5 minutes already. All that's remaining. Here comes Brendan Van Heeden on Aaron Large. Now this is a battle for 2nd position, with Jameson having fallen by the wayside, and Alex Jameson has gone. Oh no, Brendan! Oh my goodness, how on earth did you save that? Holy moly. I think Aaron Large broke a little earlier than Brendan was expecting. It didn't look like he was that late on the brakes. But wow, did he work hard to save that. And fair play. That could have gone horribly wrong. He could have had a lag moment. His internet has proven to be very trying for him. But that was brilliantly saved from the now sole South African entrant. Great effort there, well done. So there's the Beamers that lead the way. Look right behind. That's Powell under pressure from Gary Cooper for 5th position. And through into 5th goes Gary Cooper on the inside line coming into turn 5. Very nicely done, but Powell doesn't want to just let that one lie. Oh, he's going for an outside manoeuvre around turn 7. Oh, but on the inside, Jacques Staba trying to capitalise on the fact that Jason Powell's line would have been a little bit compromised. Great three-way fight going on here. They've left Stu Neal a little bit behind them. Very defensive line from Gary Cooper coming through turn 8. Spar's going to be rather hung out to dry on the outside of a long turn 9. Jurgen Sterben looking on the inside. Doesn't quite commit to the move. He's just feeling this going. Something's going to happen between these three. As the top 4 have really spread out now. Stu Neal hang on to the back of the pack as best he can. He's gone forward with Jurgen Sterben. He's gone a bit wide on that final turn. We've got penalties on the board now. Quick checking what they are. Still one for Brendan, one for Gary Cooper. 42 apparently. That's impressive. How on earth have you done that? You've done that only in the last few laps. That certainly wasn't there when we were last maybe. As Jason Powell is putting pressure on Gary Cooper, going to have to be very, very defensive into turn 1. Oh, I thought Jurgen was going to have a go down to this one 4. It was never going to work. Sadly has compromised his exit, which is lost another momentum. 1 for Fabio, 2 for Jacob, 48. So someone else with 40s. Which is Jones. I'm assuming that's. Oh wow, Gary Cooper, that was a little bit late, sir. I think it was a bit of an impact between himself and Powell, but oh, a bit of door banging between Gary Cooper and Jason Powell as well, as Gary's trying to defend that 5th position on the way up to turn 7. Powell's going to have the inside line 3 wide as they come into turn 7. Gary tries to come back underneath Jason Powell. Here comes Jurgen Sterben to try and get involved in the fight. Whoa! Wow! As Jason Powell and Gary Cooper come together, Jurgen Sterben's nicked the 6th position from Jason Powell now as they come down towards turn 9. Oh, that's too late for Jason Powell. He's gone in too hot. Hits the back of Gary Cooper on the outside of turn 9. Oh, again impact between Powell and Gary Cooper. They need to calm that down, but Jurgen Sterben has gained both positions as a result of the scrapping going on between the 2 runners behind him. Gary Cooper's just an inside line on the final turn. He's got him, but can he hold on? Oh no, Sterben and Gary Cooper have got together. Gary Cooper spun into the wall. My goodness me, very, very aggressive from all of them. Oh! I thought he was just going to turn into the path of Toby Owen. Toby Owen thought he was going to turn into the path of Toby Owen as well. Holy moly, that got ugly. That got very, very ugly. towards the front though. Roy Grassi is very close to Brendan Van Heeden. Roy does not have a penalty. Brendan does. It's only a second unless it's changed in the last few laps. No, it's only 1 second. And Brendan can build up that gap. But does he have enough time? There is Gillow coming into turn 5. He will not beat the flag this time around. As quick as he is, he ain't going to get back to the line in 20 seconds. So he has a pretty easy run home. So Brendan Van Heeden has got these last few turns. There's Aaron Large. Has the 50-metre ball just absolutely mullered. So potential podium for Roy Grassi if he can just hang on to the coattails of Brendan Van Heeden. Stu Neal on the back of Jason Powell. After their fighting as well. Jason with a penalty, Stu doesn't. So again, same deal with a bigger penalty for Jason to try and overcome. There's Jack Esteban now back down into 7th position, following on from all the toing and throwing going on. There's Brendan James. Not bad effort there. So he's actually overcome Toby Owen. Toby Owen had a terrible lap last time around. Oh, was he got himself a penalty as well? A 3-second penalty for Toby Owen. So that demotes Toby down 9th. Oh, bit of a knock on there. So there's Gary Cooper. And I didn't see it happen, but your winner in pro race number 1 is Andrew Gillow. Second is going to be Aaron Large. Does Brendan have enough of a gap? He does not. Roy Grassi has inherited the final podium position. Brendan in 4th. Stu Neal bounces up into 5th position. Jason Powell 6th. Jack Esteban in 7th. Brendan James fends off the advances of Toby Owen for 7th position. Nice work there. Jack Esteban is demoted down to 9th with penalties, but then I'm sure his penalties will be looked at. So at the moment, Gary Cooper in 9th, Jay Daniels 10. There's Jack still falling through the field. Quincy Jovito is going to cross the line in 12th position. Mark Kelly in 13th. David Moll. Oh my days, what has happened? Well, we saw what happened. That's a big crash in the opening lap. As, look at that 44th lap, decent lap time there. And newcomer Ollie Rubin wearing a few battle scars there. Oops, bit of oversteer coming through turn 7 for Ollie. The last 2 cars that are still going there indeed. Oh, what might have been for David Moll. It's very much all or nothing, isn't it? It's, with some races. I mean, David Moll's had his fair share of, probably more than his fair share of incidents, but I think the stewards are going to be busy after this one. Well, that is reliant on the competitors reporting the incidents. Finally, Ollie Rubin is going to be the last one to cross the line. So then, before any steward's intervention, the field looks like so. Andrew Gillone takes the top spot. Aaron Large in 2nd. Roy Grassi 3rd. Brendan Van Heeden 4th. Stu Neal in 5th. Jason Powell in 6th. Brendan James 7th. Toby Owen 8th. Gary Cooper 9th. And Jay Daniels in 10th. Jörg Sterber 11th. David Moll 12th. Quincy Jovito 13th. Ollie Rubin in 15th. And that is... Now, that's... I was just thinking we've lost someone along the way. So, Moll 13. Quincy Jovito 14. Ollie Rubin in 15. And sadly, it was... God, why does his name... It's Carl Benson. His name keeps leaving my head, and I can't confirm for why. But yeah, Carl Benson sadly retired, and we, as we also know, we lost Alex Jamieson through some kind of technical problem. Oh dear, indeed. Right then, race number 2 is going to be the random grid race for the pro contingent, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back with you very shortly for when race number 2 gets underway, and then we will switch over to our AM contingent for their second race, and then we will be back with the pros for race number 3, and then finishing off the night with the AMs for their race number 3. So yes, it is somewhat toing and froing, but that is the nature of the that's the way that the cookie crumbles, so to speak, when it comes to excuse me, when it comes to the split lobby. So let's get some holding music underway, and I'll be back with you as soon as I can. Aha! Whilst we wait for race number 2 to get underway, we have some BMW drivers, no less. Let's have a chat with someone that don't often get a chance to chat to. It's the banana split flavoured car. It's Aaron Large.
Yeah, how you doing, Chris? That was not really deserved, I don't think. That was just bad luck on Alex's part, but good luck for me, I guess.
Oh, come on, sir. You fought very valiantly. Even though you may well have inherited the second position, you were still staring at third.
Yeah, it's hard work. I do not like this BMW on this track. I've probably moaned enough tonight, to be honest.
Not every track suits every driver well enough, but I do know what you mean. It's a lively beast. So talk us through that race from your perspective.
Well, I've done fairly well. Surprised myself on quali. Whether that's, again, just luck, don't know. And I was lucky enough to hold the gap until sort of Brendan and Alex had a little bit of an issue, and that sort of put me in good standing, really, and just tried to stay steady.
Well, you certainly achieved that. It was great fun to watch. It was great fun to watch when certainly when the top two decided to stop having an argument, which we'll come to shortly. But did you have any kind of design on trying to catch up with Andrew or Alex, or were you just more concentrating on where you were?
Oh, sure. I mean, as soon as I seen they were having a little battle, that was sort of my little chance, well, a brief window to try and catch up a little bit. Sort of made some ground to catch up with Brendan. Definitely the toe helped there to sort of to give me sort of, I wouldn't say closer, but it's obviously enough to get in good standings.
And this is on a track you don't like, so it's amazing to see how well you do on ones that you do like. Eyeing up the podium again for race number 2?
Sure hope so. See how I don't know whether it's second qualifying or not, but see how it goes.
Not for race number 2, that's the random grid. So we'll bid you good luck and look forward to chatting to you again. Thank you very much. Aaron Large.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Cheers, Chris.
Hello, my old friend. It's Mr. Gillone.
Oh.
Wow. I mean, that was... Your legendary star again failed you.
Did you comment on the start?
Yeah, I said to the stream you would blame me for that. No, actually, no, I beg your pardon. I tell you what, I said on the stream that you would blame me for your amazing spin at the end of qualifying.
All right, yeah, no. I don't know what happened at that start. It literally just bogged down and was not a good one. Again, it was a good one as far as bad ones go.
You've had worse.
Yeah, definitely. I was surprised at how well it managed to kind of keep going. It's just a traction at the back end. The BMWs are just super awesome off the line.
But wow, the battle between you and Alex, half a lap side by side.
Yeah, we were just playing, really. I think we were just having a bit of fun. We'd got a bit of a gap to everyone else, and we saw the lap times in qualifying. I think we both knew that we had the pace to kind of have a little bit of fun and battle with each other, and then see where it went. I felt I was able to get past and hopefully kind of keep ahead without kind of slowing him down once I got through. So that's why I kind of kept going. Otherwise, I'd have just kind of towed in behind him and just let him go. But I felt there was a little bit more pace to get, and when we were battling, obviously the guys behind were kind of catching up a little bit. So it was a case of like, right, we need to stop doing this. And then I think obviously Alex had a crash on his game, so he dropped, which is very sad.
Great shame.
Yeah, it's nice to see Aaron up on the podium. Good job. And I thought Brendan was going to sneak onto the podium as well, but that 1 second penalty just denied him. Very sad as well for that one.
It was a shame. We saw that happen live. Just one of those mistakes, just run wide at last turn. You know what that.
It's so easy to do on this track. There's so many corners that you cannot go over that white line anywhere on this track at all. It's literally the penalty instantly kind of getting applied, really. So yeah, and the racing's so tight with these kind of classic cars and this caliber of drivers. You really can't afford to be picking up penalties. So it's that fine balance, that risk versus reward of going as fast as you can, but then the risk of the penalty is obviously greater. So
very true. Right, we've had the call that we are ready for race number 2, so head to your cars, gentlemen, and I'll see you on the other side. Thank you very much, Andrew Gillone.
Thank you.
So yes, the captain The captain has given the order that Pro Lobby is ready for race number 2. So race number 1 for the AMs should now be underway. Although having a quick look at the messages, it does look like there have been a few issues for them, which is a bit of a shame. Hopefully they sort themselves out before too long. But we will deal with what we have to deal with as and when. So just looking at the driver list, looks like all 17 people have returned. I don't see any names that are with us that weren't with us before. And Alex Jameson has thankfully returned. And we are loading in. Okay. Let's kill the music in the usual fashion. So race number 2 is the random grid race. So no qualifying for this one. You start where the game decides to put you. Now, I think the weather is going to be fairly predictable. Apparently, it does rain over in the UAE. It's Ollie Rubin on pole. Well, there's pressure from being the last over the line. And we have actually lost one in transition as well. I see we're down to 17. And it's Quintus Jovito. Oh, that'll be interesting. Taking on row 1, Brendan Van Heeden and Toby Owen. Oh, great opportunity for Brendan there. On row 2, Stu Neal and Jason Powell. Row 3, Jay Daniels, Mark Kelly. Row 4, Roy Grassi and Andrew Gillone. Row 5, Aaron Large and David Moll. In row 6, Alex Jameson and Gary Cooper. Row 7, and Brendan James and Jekka Sturber in row 8. So who have we lost is the big question, and I think it's Carl Benson. Doesn't seem to be on the grid. I don't see the rank dropper. No, it's Carl Benson that's suffered the transition crash. I've had my fair share of them, unfortunately. Sim racing, as easy as it is to get into, sadly has its own issues. That is one of them. So let's see how well Ollie Rubin can handle the start with 15 rampaging cars behind him. 30 seconds then for our drivers to ready up. See how well they're going to get on this time around. And then we'll switch over to our AM lobby for race number 2. So they'll be having their race number 1 now, assuming that they haven't had too many problems. Like I say, it does seem to be there do seem to be some problems with lag or what have you. Not entirely sure what is going on. Apparently Geeky Mac, one of the championship runners, managed to set a 37.3. A tad impossible, I suspect, considering the best laps we had over 42s. Right then, time to wind them up and let them go. Who is going to be bravest on the brakes and who's going to get a decent start? A stormy start from Toby Owen on the second row. He's already challenging Quintus Jovito. An absolutely cracking start from Ollie Rubin as well on the pole position. Side by side, Toby Owen and Quintus Jovito on the inside line coming towards turn 1. Who is going to be bravest here? Oh, as Ollie tries to turn in. He caught the front of Quintus Jovito's car, but Toby Owen has taken the lead as a result of that impact. The cameraman's looking the wrong way. So Owen leads, Rubin leads. Oh, Jason Powell has just on the outside managed to get Stu Neal for 3rd position, but that's going to be given a compromise line coming through that turn. As my track map has mysteriously changed, don't know why, we'll sort that out later. Jason Powell 4th. Oh, look at the scrapping going on. Oh no, Aaron Large and Quintus Jovito at the back of the shot there in all kinds of trouble. Oh no, there's Toby Owen round. That's Ollie Rubin that's had trouble. Oh no, it wasn't Toby Owen. I beg your pardon. Who was that was in trouble? And for some reason I now have no skin whatsoever on Brendan James's car. Oh, it was Mark Kelly. I think it was Mark Kelly that was in trouble that we just saw. Toby Owen still leading the way, still really leading the way. And who was that on the outside? Seemingly, oh, it looks like it was David Moll. He's very, very slow. That means swapped. There's Jameson and Gillo swapping round. Great midfield scrap. Oh, Moll's gone in a bit deep. And wow, well judged there from Andrew Gillo to give the necessary space. Goes for the inside line. Gets the door very unceremoniously slammed in his face. And Brendan Van Heeden first to get a penalty already. my goodness me, these days doesn't get any better. Still, look at Jay Daniels as well, having an argument with Roy Grassi coming through that final turn. Tony Owen is not wasting any time. Look at the defensive line Ollie Ruben's trying to take, but he's just got this big queue right behind him of Van Heeden, Daniels and Grassi. Then it's Alex Jameson, David Moll, Andrew Gillone. Oh, there's lots of funny going on. Oh no, Aaron Large from the podium. Oh, he's having to make a pit stop. That's his race pretty much done. But look at, oh no, who's that? That's Brendan James. They're all in trouble at the back of this particular field. Jason Powell all the way down to 11. Oh, Jokic Sterling getting a bit out of sorts. And trying to work his way through the field. Lots of slidey roads going on, lots of side-by-sides. Jumping back up to Ollie Rubin now. He's, look at right behind him, 4 wide. Oh, wow, David Moll jumping out from behind the slipstream of, oh no, Ollie Rubin gets tagged from David Moll, and then all kinds of chaos ensues. Oh no, Ollie Rubin was minding his own business and then gets, wow, his nose rather swiped by the aforementioned David Moll. Ollie Rubin was trying to recover now. There goes Andrew Gillon on the inside. Oh, what a shame for Ollie Rubin. He did pretty well handling the pressure and suddenly just gets fairly hefty boot in the tail. But pressing on nonetheless. This is going to try and make a move on the inside of turn 9. And Gillon giving the necessary racing room. Some good slidey ways coming out. There goes Moll on the inside of Jay Daniels, I think. Yep, it was. And look at that, Jameson's pressuring for, that's Roy Grassi, that's second position that Jameson's trying to get on the inside of the final turn. On turn 11, and that's compromised his exit a little bit. There you go, that's the drone cam from behind Roy Grassi's car. Jameson's going to have the inside line for turn 1. Yeah, Grassi had no choice really, he had to let that one go, but that's going to compromise Jameson's line through the first couple of turns, and Royce Grassi's trying to get on the inside line again. So on board with Ollie Rubin as he's side by side with Andy Gillon on the inside of turn 4. Oh, turn 3, beg your pardon, now coming through turn 4, bit of door banging going on, but they all live to survive. They will live another day. Here comes Rubin, once again 2 positions. He wants Jay Daniels and Andrew Gillon. Daniels been mugged by both Rubin and Gillon, heading down towards turn. I forgot my turn numbers again, my track map has disappeared. Look at this lot! Oh no, Gillon gets tagged! That was Jurka Sturber, I think. That has sadly got tangled up with Andrew Gillon. I couldn't quite see really from that angle. Look at this lot on board with Brendan James. Just see pretty much from himself right the way up to Ollie Rubin now has worked his way back at the 5th place. And that's David Moll, a little bit slow again, coming down towards turn 9. A bit of a lock up there, but still pressing on. There's Roy Grassi now, Alex Jameson has got ahead of it. There's Toby Owen, our race leader. I bet Toby would have rather wanted that battle between Jameson and Grassi to have continued a little bit longer. Look at this, 3 wide, that's Ollie Rubin, really wide. On the exit of the final turn, Jay Daniels goes really quickly, Brendan Van Heeden is round. Oh, how did he get that out of the wall? Very well saved, and that's plummeted Brendan Van Heeden right the way down to 13th place, 14th place now. As that's that one, no big one, no it's not, as Aaron Large is actually a lap down. Board again with Stu Neal as he's chasing Brendan James. So he goes slightly further on board with Andy Gillon, who's now in 9th position following his instant. Oh my goodness, the pack's still really heavily fighting. Powell and Daniels come together. Coming through turns 3 and 4. Oh no, that's going to give Gillon certainly another couple of positions. He should easily get past Jurka Sturber there, heading down towards the hairpin. Oh no, Aaron Large is heavily damaged again. He's been caught up in that big incident with Powell. Oh, there goes a braking board. There's a Gunter. Oh, Brendan Van Heeden. I think, was he the one showing any damage? He has got damage on that car. Who's got the dead windscreen? Oh, Unless the damage is visual, that could actually be a thing. We'll look at Powell's car. But the fact that people have pity tells me the damage is not just visual. So Jason Powell's car carrying a few more wounds there. Stu Neal still on the back of Brendan James, who's still trying to work his way through the field. Look at Ruben and Gillo. Oh, and Ollie trying to part the way to Jurgen Sterber. Oh, gets into the back of Ollie Ruben, but well saved. The Griffith veteran. Just hold on to his position. Now in the fifth, right behind is Sterber and James. Having an argument for 8th position. Brendan James on the inside line. Should fairly comprehensively take that one, which he does. So, penalty check. 1 second for Mull, 3 for Stu Neal. Brendan has just gained 1, I think, and 1 for Joey Daniels as well. Oh no, beg your pardon. Brendan gained that a little while ago, but he's just gained a couple of positions. As it looks like Brendan was a little bit slow coming out of that particular complex. There's Jay Daniels and Jason Powell still having an argument. And a lap down, the BMW at the back of that shot is Aaron Large. There's Quinton Chauvetot at the top of the shot. He's actually the next one, position-wise, behind this pack. Oh, Toby Owen's already been nailed by Alex Jameson. Looking away at that when that particular position change hands. Here comes Roy Grassi to try and make Toby Owens there even worse. Toby defends that inside line, hanging up to 2nd place. Oh, Roy thought about an inside manoeuvre, but didn't commit to it. That's the new from Stu Neal. Stu, he's been in the back of the train for a while, unfortunately for Stu. Has gained a few positions through the misadventures of others. There's Gillo, who is on the back of David Mole now. Doesn't have to make the pass, he just needs to stay within the second of him. Or some moving further down. What is Quinton Chauvetot doing? He's got that one all wrong. That's gone horribly wrong. And Brendan is out. Brendan Van Heeden is out. Oh, didn't see what happened to him. Oh, Roy Grassi on the inside of Toby Owen for 2nd position. Can he get that one done? Toby defending the inside line of the 42 car and just about. No, Gary Cooper's still got he's still committed to the line that forces Toby wide. And that's going to be a slowdown for Toby Owen, yeah. So that's Roy Grassi up into 2nd position. Here comes Gillo on David Moll, as well as Brendan James, Jurgen Sterber and Ollie Ruben. So they're having their argument for what is now 6th position. Grassi continuing to fight, but Roy Grassi ahead of Toby Owen now with that wide excursion we saw Toby Owen do. He has avoided a penalty though. And gets very close to the back of David Moll's 4th position. 5 minutes of the race to go. Alex Jameson now free to wander off into the distance. Hopefully he won't have the same trouble he did last time. So get them down towards the long left-hander turn number 9. Still Toby Owen, he can hang on the back of Roy Grassi. There you can see at the top of the shot the bright green car of Alex Jameson. Wow, Gary Cooper's car very, very lively. Ollie Ruben's got himself on the penalty board. Just to give himself a 2-second penalty. Oh, look at this, Brendan James, Jurgen Sterber and Ollie Ruben in their 3-way fight for 6th place. You see the battle just ahead between Gillo and Mull for 4th place. Oh, could Brendan nail the pair of them as Ollie Ruben's come together with Jurgen Sterber. They all come together at one point. All of them managed to keep their cars pointing roughly in the right direction. And Brendan James, our newcomer from down under, has flown past the pair of them. What a great move! Ollie Ruben starting from pole, now back down into 7th position. So hanging on in there though. Stu Neal, 8th, right behind. Kelly and Neal. Mark Kelly and Stu Neal having their own argument for 9th position. Oh wow, Stu Neal went to turn a little earlier than Mark Kelly was allowing. And who was that was wandering off the road? Well, no, it wasn't Aaron Large. Who Who was that got that one all wrong? It was might have been Stu Neal. Oh no! Oh no, Jurgen Sterber! That went horribly wrong for number 20 car. But here comes Ollie Rubin trying to make the move back on Brendan James. He's a line of turn 8. He wants the long turn 9 to himself, and he's got him. Bit of a lock up though to turn 9. Should just be able to shut the door in time. And well driven. Gillow still on the back of David Moll. That's the battle for fourth. Less than 3 minutes of the race to go now. Before the checkered flag falls, that's the top 5 in that shot. Moll going defensive as Andy Gillow looks to try and drive around the outside of him. Stu Neal getting all the penalties. I think he's mentioned trigger one of the MB41s. Yep, he has. It's something to do with that last turn. It does not like you going exploring out there. Oh, Gillow tries again to get on the inside of David Moll. Did a brilliant job of defending. He's still hanging on to the back of Roy Grassi, although that gap is slowly increasing. Here comes Gillow again on the back of David Moll. Sterber, Kelly, and oh wow, that's a lag moment there for Brendan James. This is Ollie Rubin forcing him onto the green AstroTurf element. But Brendan James having none of that as he claims a position, but can he hold it? Coming into the hairpin, Ollie tries to come back around the outside, and he does, but he's gone a little bit too wide. Through into 7th goes Mark Kelly. And Brendan James is having a great old scrap here. And now that's Mark Kelly that's gone wide. So Brendan James now goes through into 7th place. 3 wide almost on the way down to turn 8. Ollie Rubin is into 6th position now. Mark Kelly on the inside. And Jurgen Sterber trying to make Brendan James' day a little bit worse. Brendan's forcing the outside line. Oh, and Mark Kelly bails on that. And back up into 7th goes Brendan James. What a great scrap going on here. Oh, Jurgen Sterber had to slam the brakes on the straight. Oh, he's gone deep. He's gone very, very deep. That's Ollie that's gone really deep as well. Into the final turn. And Brendan James now into 6th. Mark Kelly 7th, Ollie Rubin 8th, and Sterber 9th. This conga line is going absolutely bananas. Here we go again. 3 wide. Anyone for 3 wide into turn 1? No, Mark Kelly goes in a bit deep, takes on him within. Brendan James goes shoved into Narnia. And through on the inside on all 3 of them is Jurgen Sterber. Wow, talk about an opportunistic move. That was a great overtake. Very nicely done. And Stu Neal now is wanting to get involved. Look at this. Absolutely fantastic. Again, look away. I need to look at the leaders that are coming over the line, although I missed it for Andrew Gillow last time. The checkered flag is going to come out. But a great, what is now a 5-way battle going on for 6th position. The Stu Neal has joined the back of it. Really not far behind is Jason Powell. A few corners away is Alex Jameson there. And Gillow's still on the back of David Moll. Oh, that's an unfortunate line that Ollie Rubin's taking there. He's almost certainly going to get a slowdown warning for that. We may well just floor it and ignore. So I would suspect there's going to be a track penalty for Ollie Rubin there. But through the final turn, with no immediate pressure, is the champion. Your winner for race number 2 here in the Pro Lobby is Alex Jameson. Roy Grassi is going to take 2nd. Toby Owen, he'll be delighted with the 3rd place. David Moll in 4th. Yeah, but that's going to be inherited too. And here's this almighty great scrap with Kelly and Sterber side by side for 6th. And it's Mark Kelly that takes it. Jurgen Sterber 7, Brendan James 8, Ollie Rubin 9, and Stu Neal is falling through the field, but some penalties may well be contested. Jason Powell inherits 10th, Jay Daniels 11, Stu Neal, I think he's got that. He's got that 42nd penalty. And there we go, Quintus Chauvetot and Aaron Large being the last competitors over the line. So there it is, and without any Stewart's intervention, Alex Jameson takes the top spot. Roy Grassi 2nd, Toby Owen 3rd, Andrew Gillow in 4th, David Moll in 5th, Mark Kelly in 6th, Jurgen Sterber in 7th, Brendan James in 8th, Ollie Rubin 9, Jason Powell in 10th, Jay Daniels 11th, Quinton Chauvetot 12th, Stu Neal in 13th, Aaron Large 14th, and disqualified apparently. Oh, he didn't ready up, or he had a problem, so he couldn't ready up. Was indeed Gary Cooper. That was one of the ones we lost at the beginning. Oh my, that is why we didn't see Gary. Well, it is time for me to lobby hop now. Let's get the holding music back on. Well, hopefully we get joined by a few drivers so we can get their ideas on what went on whilst I hop over to the AM lobby. Wow, I mean, I was told there was going to be a lot of close racing, and the VTCC crew once again has not disappointed. Let's see where the AMs are. Hopefully their race number 1 is done. It should be... let's see, where are we? It looks like I've caught it perfectly well. And I have been joined by someone. I have been joined by the captain. It's Toby Owen.
Hello.
I bet you're happy with that result, sir.
Oh, I am delighted with that result. That's been a long time coming. That's my first podium.
Hasn't it just? You've just been on the wrong end of luck for how many races now?
Well, I don't think it's entirely bad luck. I think there were some pretty shocking decisions at Bannockbrae which dropped me down the order. But yeah, it's the reverse grid or the random grids have never been kind to me. I think the highest I've started this season has been 12th. So this one put me up in 4th, and I thought I just had to make the most of the opportunity.
And that, I think it's fair to say, you did. Was there any... Did you think just let Jameson go, or was there a hint of, I'm going to make him work for this?
I was planning on making him work for it, but he caught me by surprise, actually. I wasn't expecting him to go for a move into the last corner. So, yeah, I just didn't have time to think and defend.
Sadly, I didn't see the move, so I was looking away. You weren't wrong when you said there was a lot of fighting to be expected.
Yes, I didn't see much of it in that race. Obviously, race 1 was it all sort of ended for me before the first corner, and I
somewhat. How much damage did you come away with out of interest?
Well, my mechanic, my crew chief, was telling me that I had damage to the rear right suspension, but I drove for a lap and then thought the car felt all right, so I kept going.
I was going to say, because your lap times were still quite. Yeah, your lap times were still actually quite decent, considering you took a hell of a whack.
Yeah, I should drive with broken right rear suspension more often.
Aspirations for race 3?
Oh, we've got a qualifying session to go first, and that's not usually my forte. So I think I'm going to be in the mix in the middle of the pack again. So I think just try and keep out of trouble at turn 1, and let's take it from there.
Good luck for race number 3. We'll catch back up with you when it is time for the pros to take the spotlight again. Thank you very much, Toby Owen.
Thank you.
It is time for the AMs this time. So it is the AM lobby for race number 2. So let us see. So I'm just looking at the results for race number 1. It was Kiki Mack and Andrew Whitehead that took the top honours. JP McKinley and Chris Callahan 3rd and 4th. Cole Alden and Alice Hughes finished 5th and 6th. Matt Webb 7th. McRae Williams 8th. Kevin 9th. And Colin Dunn, the recent returnee to the AM lobby, in 10th position. Notice a distinct lack of Finley Swarbrick. Bit of a shame there if Finley is not with us. No, indeed he is not. Let's have a look. Alice Hughes takes the top spot with McRae Williams. Oh, that's going to be interesting. I say that quite a lot. That sounds like a very stereotypical line. Sienna Viper is Adam Davies. I remember that one this time. So, just realised I have I was supposed to open the spotter's guide to help me, and I've opened the wrong image. So, maybe a second whilst I sort that out. There we are. So, yes, it's Sienna Viper is Adam Davies. He's alongside Matt Webb for row number 2. Tobias Eriksson. I thought Tobias wasn't with us this time, but seems to be. So, Now I know Tobias changed car, didn't he? Yes, he's in the McGann. So his livery is white. And there's Colin Dunn and his very distinctive blue and green livery. That, the Ted is Andrew Whitehead. Now remember that one again. And King-Kodiak. So winner from last time out is there on row number 4. JP McKinley, championship leader. And big one, there's Andrew Whitehead. So I need to know who Ted is. Oh, Ted Cooper. Oh, well, that's a new name I didn't recognise. Well, that's the top 10. We've got those on the way. Let's for the race. Time to wind them up and let them go. And Alice hasn't moved. Oh, no. Someone's lagging very, very badly there. That's a disastrous start for Alice Hughes. Contact between Adam Davies and McRae Williams. Who on earth is out lagging that badly? We will catch up with that. But Adam Davies storms through into the lead. Sweeps around the outside of turn 1. And that is the lead. He's gone way too deep. It's going for the wrong layout by the look of that. That's surely going to give the lead back to McRae Williams, who's very, very slow, being absolutely mugged by, that was Matt Webb and Adam Davies. Wow, brilliantly driven. There's Alice Hughes trying to recover. Bit of a drawback there, nothing too bad, but that lag is horrendous. There is Colin Dunn. Oh, is that King-Kodiak with the lag? It is! No, he's been having trouble. He has been having trouble. I saw he was having issues in the first race, so King-Kodiak would not going to be able to look at it because that's oh dear, that's seasick inducing. That's terrifying to race alongside that sort of thing. Let's have a look then. So there's JP McKinley, who's Kiki's teammate. Tobias Eriksson, Colin Dunn trying to get on the inside line, going through turn 7. I've got my track map ready here. Pete Straw's in there. There he is in 9th position. Cole Walden right with him. In 10th, Callahan in 11th. Andrew Whitehead has fallen down to 12th. Oh, that's Trev Hummer in the 13th position. Oh no, Adam's fallen all the way down last, so what's leading the way? Oh, who's that? That's Kiki. Yeah, he's out. He did say if he was going to continue to have internet trouble, he would park the car, and that's sadly exactly what he has done. That's a shame. That's a huge, huge shame. Oh dear. It is one of the dangers that sim racing has to face. So Matt Webb leads the way. Alice Hughes is second. Ted Cooper. So that is a new name. Ooh, that's gone to be way too deep. Way too deep. Amazingly, both Alice Hughes and Ted Cooper have hung on to that brilliantly well. And so we welcome all newcomers. Ray Williams performed just really well. There is JP McKinley now. Second in the Celtic Program's pair. Just 2 seconds is first and fifth. Actually, we've got the roof cam. We can see up to the top of the field. This is Matt Webb. Oh no, big that did not go well from McRae Williams there. Slammed into the side of Ted Cooper. And oh no! Spin there between Ted Cooper and JP McKinley and collects McRae Williams. And there goes Colin Dunn trying to nail all 3 of them. Ted Cooper's having none of that though. Up front is Alice Hughes and Matt Webb having an argument over the lead. Great stuff. 8 seconds is the entire field, actually. So that's a great shame for King-Kodiak, who's retired from the race. But that's the good for Trev Hummer. You can see pretty much everything going on ahead of him. All the deep coming into turn 9. But that's keeping going. Really, the only substantial gap is second to third at the moment. Alice Hughes hanging on to the back of Matt Webb. There's Colin Dunn. Edgeway up to 4th position behind Ted Cooper. Oh, Eriksson. Tobias Eriksson, the first one with a jumping cup. It's a single second there. Just about sorting themselves out. Matt Webb starting to stretch his legs a little bit. Oh, bit of a lock up there from Alice Hughes. Ted Cooper with a penalty on the board, and it's Colin Dunn in his hand in the back of the red Renault. That's that momentary having to kind of get out of the gas as put him offline. And JP McKinley sees the opportunity and up into 4th place. Ooh, is Colin Dunn going to be able to have to go back at him? Looks like it. Momentum to Colin, and he stays there. curious. I thought he'd jumped out to the inside line. So he's gone to the outside. Oh, that looks a bit hot there from Andrew Whitehead. He does manage to slow it down. I thought he'd gone in too hot there, but Andrew Whitehead does manage to slow that one down. Gray Williams alongside him. Carl Aldrin right behind Kev Straw in there as well. So that's that particular battle going on. Jumping more towards the front. Alice Hughes is starting to fall off the back of Matt Webb. Matt Webb opened up about 3/10 of a second last time around. It must be said that Alice Hughes had a bit of a tumultuous start to the season, but has really improved quite some way. Oh, that's Colin way off the road down at turn 9. Overtook that one by a very, very long way. It's giving Chris Callahan 5th position. And that's a great board that's just detonated off the front of Alice Hughes' car. I thought you'd have a view that looked like snow tonight. Gray Williams has now fallen to 10th position. There goes Kev Straw. Fastest lap changing out of quite a few there. Andrew Whitehead getting into the stride now with 43.9 on the board. Very nice lap time there on the lead BMW. Great. So we go to Kev Straw. Decides discretion's better than a Valor there. Alice Hughes was catching back in with Matt Webb again. Within 2/10 last time around. Ted Cooper is 10 out to his time bench. Still the same thing. But there goes JP McKinley. Forced Ted Cooper into that defensive line. And through into third then goes the championship leader. Oh, Ted's gone a bit deep there. JP's going to have that one. Wow, Ted's not giving up on it though. Wants the inside. Oh, wow. Now, there didn't look like there was impact there, but it did look like JP sort of bailed out. He's flashing his lights, but I think that was netcode, honestly speaking, because there didn't look like there was impact from that angle. As Matt Webb and Alice Hughes were side by side coming through turn 7. Briefly, Alice took the lead, but Matt Webb is defending just about, hung on to the lead there. Oh, Matt Webb's gone a bit deep, I think, or so. Alice, a little bit of a locker there. That's actually allowing Ted Cooper to close back in. With him, he's bringing JP McKinley and Chris Callahan. He's actually bringing a time bit back to 8th. Looking at the view from the roof cam of Carl Alden, you can see up to the lead. It's less than 4 seconds behind it. Further back is Kev Straw and Gray Williams, and their own argument for 9th place. There's Adam Davies, who did lead for a little while. Newcomer from America, he joined us for Bannockbury, I believe. He joined us for Watkins-Glen, I can't quite remember. But, Trev Hummer from America. Hang on to the back of Tobias Eriksson. Jumping back up towards the front there, so Alice Hughes half a second left with distance between himself and Webb and Ted Cooper right beside of him. And here comes McKinley again. Chris Callahan's got a great inside seat for the battle ahead between Ted Cooper and JP McKinley. He's going to bounce away on the inside of turn 5. He's going for it. He's going to try and outbrake JP McKinley. And he's got him. Very well driven. He didn't slam it inside of Ted Cooper. JP's trying to get the run on the inside of turn 6. Callahan's got a decent drive. Colin Dunn's there to try and make the Celtic Brainman's day even worse. And he does. On the inside, as this goes to Andrew Whitehead's right cam, JP McKinley's lost 2 positions in the space of 2 corners, and Alice Hughes has got ahead of Matt Webb. So Alice Hughes now leads the way. Only 2 seconds back, he's 7th position. Oh, Whitehead! As people are locking up all over the place. Look at now, the lead is now 7. The lead battle is now 7 cars long. Webb, Cooper, Callahan, Dunn, McKinley and Whitehead all in this fight. Oh, and that's Ted Cooper trying to get on the inside line. Past Webb and Hughes, doesn't quite pull it off. And that's Callahan moving around behind Ted Cooper there. No, behind Matt Webb, I beg your pardon. Cooper again, sizing up the inside line, but Alice goes to cover the line. Oh no, impact between Matt Webb and Chris Callahan. Oh no, who's that? That's Alice Hughes! Alice Hughes has been tagged facing the wrong way. Oh no! Tragedy for Alice Hughes. She's worked and was fought that hard to be up into the lead. And the impact with, I think it was Matt Webb, because Matt Webb is now down into 6th place. His argument with Colin Dunn and JP McKinley for that particular bit of time. And there's now Ted Cooper that's being challenged by Chris Callahan, 3 wide behind. That's Trev Hummer. Oh no, it's not Trev Hummer. Beg your pardon. No, it must be Andy Whitehead. Up into 3rd place. Oh no, that's gone all done. That's gone too deep. And one mistake has cost him 3 positions. So 3 wide there. Matt Webb, Colin Dunn, JP McKinley. All having argument. Now McRae Williams is in there. That's brought in Adam Davies. Alice Hughes she's only 8 seconds off the lead, in fairness. And also Kev Straw. The only one that's not in this fight is Trev Hummer. Wow. And Chris Callahan has actually gotten past Ted Cooper whilst we're looking at all that. So the only substantial gap, other than Straw to Hummer for 11th to 12th, is from 2nd to 3rd. So Callahan now leads the way. Ted Cooper in 2nd. Andrew Whitehead 3rd. And then an absolute army behind Colin Dunn. Side by side there of that is McKinley and Alden. On the inside line through that final turn, right behind the Grey Williams. Adam Davies, Alice Hughes now down to 10th place. We challenge with Kev Straw. Look at that. Gaga the car, she must be feeling really fed up by this point because she was leading by her own merit. And sadly was then ended up being backwards. All unravelled in the blink of an eye. Inside line trying to get past Adam Davies. Oh, staying on that outside line. She backs out of that one. Trying to get a decent drive on the exit of that turn 4, didn't quite happen. Here we go, 3-way battle for the lead, although Callahan has got himself nearly a second between 17 Cooper. Andrew Whitehead though is finding the pressure on the Cooper Motorsports newcomer. Still only 2 penalties on the board, 2 seconds now for Ted Cooper and 1 for Colin Dunn. So pretty well driven considering how hard all these guys are fighting. The view from Kev Straw. Look at this long. That is 4th and 11th in this entire group. Fair to say that Alice may well have a bit of damage on the car that is preventing her from really mounting a challenge. Here comes Adam Davies on McRae Williams. In 8th position, the BMW bounces the inside for turn 9. He gets boxed in behind Carl Alden. Can't continue that momentum. On the outside line from McRae Williams, still side by side between the two. So they come through turn 10, Renault on the inside line, fends off the BMW. He's going to have the inside line for 11, sure, just about, fend off the Viper flavoured BMW, which he does. And Matt Webb now on the board right ahead of them. Is another, I thought it was 3 wide actually. Quite, Alice Hughes is now brought back up to this roaring tribe, isn't it? And the top 3 are a second apart as Andy Whitehead on the outside line coming through 4 and 5 manages to get 2nd position, but Ted Cooper just taps the back of the BMW. Didn't quite anticipate the compromise line that Andy Whitehead had there. Alex Hughes in 10th position just taps the back of the Viper BMW, but does keep the car. No foul there. Less than 2 minutes to go. Chris Callahan still leading the way. This almighty great squadron continues. There's Kev Straw behind this pack. It's actually been led by Colin Dunn. He's fending off JP McKinley, Matt Webb, Carl Alden. Excuse me. McRae Williams. Oh, big move there from... I'm not sure that was such a big move. I think it was a very cautious move from McRae Williams. So as the tail gets lively on Adam Davies' car and slips through, allows Alice Hughes to slip through to 9th position. On they continue. JP McKinley on the outside line and Colin Dunn for 4th. Can't get it done there though. Ted Cooper is starting to fall a bit off the back of the BMW. I think he's he added to his penalty. No, he's still as it is. Matt Webb with the second penalty. That's going to be quite costly for how close that pack is. Alice Hughes side by side with McRae Williams coming down to the final turn. Carl Alden locks up with his battle with Matt Webb as well. And Alice Hughes has had to back out of that, remains in position. Alan Davies looking to try and devote further. And there goes McKinley on Colin Dunn. Now it's going to be forced to the outside line as the previous AM champion is trying to retain his crown, but he brings him in cautiously into turn one. He's going to maintain the inside line. McKinley's going to have the next left-hander. Doesn't need it. He's got the move done. Brilliant manoeuvre from the championship leader. Very, very nicely done indeed. Top three spread out a little bit. Chris Callahan has lost, he gained 4 tenths actually. He opened up 4 tenths over Andrew Whitehead last time around. Checker flag is out. Oh, this lot still fighting pretty heavily. Alden trying to get past Matt Webb. Doesn't technically need to. It's in an elegant position from there anyway. Oh, that's a very lively Adam Davies in the BMW. This could well be a last-minute dash from Whitehead. Only half a second separates the top two. Oh no, Callahan's got a penalty on the board. A 1 second penalty is going to deny him the win. Unless Andrew incurs a penalty in the next 2 corners or has a terrible exit, the win is going to go to Andrew Whitehead from Chris Callahan. Oh, but Andrew Whitehead's gone a bit deep in the final turn. How's he going to pan out? So Chris Callahan's going to cross the line in first, but the winner in the AM race number 2 is Andrew Whitehead. Oh, what a turn of events at the last. Ted Cooper crosses the line in third. JP McKinley takes fourth. Colin Dunn 5. Carl Alden in 6th position. Matt Webb 7. McRae Williams 8. Although Adam Davies just been catapulted up to 7th. McRae Williams is down into 9th. Kev Straw 10. Alice Hughes has got herself a penalty in the dying moments. A 7-second one, I think it said there. Oh, goodness me. So, before Stuart's intervention, the current positions stand as such. Andrew Whitehead takes the win from Chris Callahan in the dying moments of the race. Also takes fastest lap, I just noticed, did Mr. Whitehead. Very nicely done. Chris Callahan 2, Ted Cooper in 3rd, JP McKinley 4, Colin Dunn 5th, Carl Alden in 6th, Adam Davies 7, Matt Webb in 8th, McRae Williams 9, Kev Straw in 10th. Alice Hughes incurred a 7-second penalty, which may well be contested, in 11th position, and Trev Hummer was the last car over the line. Sadly, we lost Kiki Mack earlier in the race. Oh, wow. That was lively. So, I need to switch back over to the pro lobby so we can cover their final race of the night, and then we'll switch back over to the AMs so that they can see the night out. So let us get the slideshow back underway, get the music going, and aha! What I was hoping to happen has done. We have got, well, was going to be the winner until the very dying moments, but we've got second place, Chris Callahan.
Oh, I hate this game.
The one penalty at the very death of the race. I've been there, Chris. I know your pain, sir. But what a race!
Took my eye off the ball in the chicane. Sorry, not the chicane, the hairpin. I saw Ted brake late. I thought, okay, that's going to be a bit of a gap. Compromise my own line and cut the next left-hander.
Oh no!
And that's where I got my beautiful 1 second penalty. So I've thrown away another win.
But a strong result nonetheless, though, and it was it was a great race to watch. You must have really felt the pressure from beginning to end.
Yeah, I started dead last. Just thought I'd let everyone get on with their own sort of incidents, and then it happened again. About 5 minutes to go. But I noticed Ted, he was behind me the whole time. Andrew Whitehead, I mean. And I could see he was sort of following me up the order. I thought he's going to have me. I've just managed to sort of keep about 2 seconds, but just not enough with the penalty. So still trying to get that elusive first win of the season, but strong showing. I'm pleased.
thinking towards race 3 then? What are your thoughts?
It's going to be a lot cooler. So the tyres seem to last a bit better.
Does that suit you better?
It seems to. I've run stable so far, and I can just get the front end and point in and just go. But I had been basically practicing on loose. I just didn't like it. I always seem to go for stable, but most of the field will be running loose. They like it. I just like
run
with
with
the
what
front
works
in.
best for you. That's always been the golden rule.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, no. Other than that, I'll take that.
We wish you the best of luck for the final round. Thank you very much, Chris Callahan.
Thank you.
Is that an Andrew Whitehead I see before me?
It most certainly is.
Well, sir. Hello to you.
Hello.
Have fun in that one, did you?
Oh, blimey, Charlie. Yes.
Wow.
Superb.
I mean, he really looked like you. Were you just sitting in the position you needed to be, or were you trying to force the move? Because that penalty only arrived in the dying moments.
That's why I didn't see it. I was trying to force the move. I was determined that I was going to get him, but it took me a bit longer than I wanted to get past Ted. So yeah, as we crossed the line and when the penalty was applied, I was actually quite happy with second, to be honest. Starting from near the back, and there was a couple of sketchy bits in the middle. So fighting through, I was really pleased with second. So yeah, unlucky Chris to get that penalty in the dying corners, but I'll take it.
Well, it's a win is a win, but I don't think you can really say that it was inherited, because you fought really hard for that.
Yeah, I'd like to think I was applying the pressure. So
undoubtedly. Thoughts
Super.
towards the final race of the night?
Decent quali, gets good. If I can get away off the line, I've had so many really good starts, but I have two really sketchy ones, and I'm now nervous on the start. So if I get a sketchy start, then it's a bit of a fight. But yeah, good quali position and a decent front row start. Should be good to go.
Best of luck, and we will see you for your final round in a little bit. Thank you very much, Andrew Whitehead.
Thank you.
Right then, so just waiting for the qualifying session to end for the pro lobby, and then we will be following them through race number 3, and then we'll head over to the AMS when they are ready to go for their qualifying session once this one is done. So don't go anywhere, because I suspect this one's going to be good. And we are loading into the pro lobby now for the third and final round of the night. So they've had their qualifying session, and let's have a look at who has come where. Well, surprise, there's no one. It's Andrew Killone and Alex Jameson once again on the front row. Aaron Large and Roy Grassi, row 2. Jason Powell and Jurka Sturber. Great effort from Jurka there. On row 3, David Moll and Brendan James. Again, really doing well in the pro lobby is our newcomer. Well done to you. On row 4, then it is Stu Neal and Gary Cooper in row 5. And then Jay Daniels and Ollie Rubin. Row 6, Toby Owen and Quintus Jovito on row 7. And Mark Kelly at the tail of the field. We lost Brendan Van Heeden due to connection issues for the final time for the pros. It's time to wind them up and let them go. And oh, there's that cracking start again from Gello. He's absolutely flown off the line. Not a bad effort from Aaron Lard either. I question my own judging of his name there. And he's side by side with Jameson coming into the first. And oh, trouble at the back. And looked like that was Tommy. It was. Oh no, 3 cars. Toby Owen again has been caught up in. So that's both of that team have been caught up in this. That is twice. Toby Owen's been caught in the first corner, first lap incident. And it was, oh no, newcomer Ollie Rudin was caught up in that 3 cars into the wall. But Andrew Gillone has already started to dance away. Jameson 2, Aaron Large in 3rd. That's the gap between the top 3. Wow, well, that's actually surprisingly big. Well, considering how close the field has been, Roy Grassi is not wanting to let the banana split flavor go anywhere. Wow, lots of bumping and banging on further behind. Jay Daniels getting out of that. Didn't fancy being sideswiped by Daniels David Moll, I think. Oh, Stu Neal, beg your pardon. There's Brendan James on the outside. Jay Daniels trying to demote him a spot. Brendan Sherman's right in there, and we've lost Mark Kelly. Oh no, one of the 3 involved in that early scuffle. Oh dear, that's a very unhappy Renault. Ollie Rubin's piloting. Toby Owen is continuing to get away with the last time. Oh dear, that's a very slow Brendan James there. Up front, wow, Gillo's already nearly a second ahead of Alex Jameson. I don't think there's any gamesmanship this time. Now, he did sort of suggest they were playing with one another when they were side by side in the first race. I really don't think that's going to be the case this time if there's that kind of a gap between the two. But Gillo leads Jameson, leads Aaron Large with a lot of pressure behind. Look at that, 3rd to 12th in this pack. The top 3 may well be breaking away and trouble before he goes behind. As Powell has moved up into 4th. Whoa, that's the Cooper Motorsports car's gone off. And Gary Cooper flying off the road, nearly taking Jay Daniels' nose off as Ollie has got his car back into the pits. Fix that one up. He did not look happy to revive that. Up front, no particular issues at the moment for Gillone, but Aaron does not have that luxury. Look at that. I would not want to be looking in my mirrors to see that one. As Roy Grassi again very, very close to the BMW. Just cannot get that traction. He gets a great dive into that inside line. Cannot get the traction when he needs it to try and unsettle the Beamer. Aaron Lars just doing his own thing, really, keeping Roy Grassi in bay. There's David Moll on the tail of Roy Grassi as well. This could be an opportunity, and I'm not surprised to see a great shame for Ollie Rubin and his maiden voyage in the VTCC. Sadly, that has come to an end. Oh, Jason Powell has opened up the track limit. His penalty score as David Moll tries to get the inside line of Roy Grassi coming through turn 9. Roy Grassi gives the counter attack on the way down to 10. He's going to have the inside for 11 as well. Look at Powell's penalty, and it's 2 seconds. David Moll forcing the outside line around the final turn. Yeah, he's had to back out of that really. He was only going to be hung out to drive. He carried on with that. Look at that. Gary Cooper has got Brendan James, Jay Daniels, and British Overtone Company. Toby Owen, alas, all on his own. 42-2 from the mighty Gillone. The BMW now 1.4 seconds or so up the field. Oh, who's that that's fallen down the field? Does someone move? Yes, someone has. There's Gary Cooper. There's had trouble somewhere. I wouldn't know where to look because the pack is really condensed. Oh, Roy Grassi, Aaron Large. Oh no, I thought Aaron Large had fallen. He hasn't at all. Roy Grassi under a lot of pressure from David Moll. Has he got a bit deep? No, I think David Moll was anticipating couldn't do the comeback he was aiming for. On board with the Disturber in 7th position. He's got essentially a podium staring him in the face. Oh, Jason Powell outside line coming into turn 7. Can't quite get it done. Disturber. Look how defensive Paul's going, forcing Powell very much to the inside line. Sweeps through turn 8. Disturber can see an opportunity here. Powell's very early on the brakes, some kind of upset the rhythm for Disturber. Jake Daniels now on the board. And David Moss leads on 5th position, but that's given Aaron Large with a breathing space for Roy Grassi. He's now very much bundled up in this battle with Paul and Powell. Disturber cannot get that car to turn in. The tail of that car does not behaving itself. 2-3 for Geno, 42.6 for Jameson. A mixture of 43s through the field as Jason Powell has managed to power past David Moll. Oh, that's close, and he's managed to get it done. Very, very nice move from Jason Powell there. Getting on board really at the stand, you just see all this action on the end. The slipstream train continues. Everybody staying in the slipstream on Aaron Large. And there goes the breaking board, creating some confetti. Gary Cooper goes to the inside line on the inside of Jason Powell. Oh, sorry, Roy Grassi goes behind him. Defending the inside line, which is over 4th. Powell is looking to do what he can. Aaron Large. Oh, he's had his line compromised coming through turn 7. I wonder if he's had a slowdown because now he's in all kinds of trouble. Here we go, the top camera on Aaron Large. You can see now Roy Grassi. Oh, sorry, on Roy Grassi. That's how close he is to Aaron Large. Aaron really defending very hard. Roy Grassi over the outside line. David Moll trying to get the inside line, and Jason Powell can't get it done. Grassi is now defending. He's trying to attack Aaron Large and defend with Jason Powell. Such is how close that field is. Large defending very, very well at the moment. Here comes Grassi, Powell, Moll, Sturber, and now Stu Neal is getting involved. There is Stu Neal just edging up closer to this field. Behind them, Jay Daniels, Brendan James, Chris Shevito, and Gary Cooper are still involved in their own fight for 9th position. Again, Roy Grassi looks on the inside. Oh, he looks on the inside line on Aaron Large. He gets pounced upon by Jason Powell. Oh, could Jason Powell see this one through on the inside line? He's trying to outbrake the Cooper Motorsports Renault. Oh, he's going to be forced to the outside line. Yeah, he's going to be out to dry really, but that's going to now compromise his own line for Moll and Sturber. David Moll has made the move on Jason Powell's, blocked off by Gary Cooper. On the way down to turn 5. Oh, Sturber's run a little bit off the track. Someone's locked up quite heavily. Oh, that's Roy Grassi. He's been absolutely mugged. Oh, Jason Powell didn't anticipate Jürgen Sturber being there. Well rallied, sir. And now Stu Neal is involved in this particular battle. I wonder if he thought about it at the time into turn 7, decided not to go for it. But Jürgen Sturber was the big gainer and all that. He's now up to 5th position ahead of Roy Grassi. David Moll now up to 4th. He's done really well on that, all that exchange. But that's not done yet. We've still got another 6.5 minutes of this. So Stu Neal got a little bit deep into turn 9. Too bad. Gary Cooper's put his name on the back board as well. What's he going to do? 2 seconds across the board for Jason Powell, Greg Daniels, Cooper. What a great scrap to be in. Aaron Large leads David Moll, leads Jürgen Sturber, leads Roy Grassi, leads Jason Powell, leads Stu Neal. In this 3rd to 8th battle. Large is the only one with any significant breathing space, and that's knocking on the door of a second now. Oh, Powell got a bit squiggly. He's gone in a bit too deep. He had to bail on that one so not to plough into the back of Roy Grassi. And Stu Neal didn't need a second invitation on that one. Stu Neal up into 7th position now. Oh, again, Powell. Now, it looked like Powell braked at the right time, but I don't think he anticipated Stu Neal possibly being a little bit more cautious coming into that turn 3. But again, well avoided. Could have really ploughed into the back of his fellow competitor. He doesn't do all. That's Jürgen Sturman defending heavily from Roy Grassi. Possibly a little late on that defensive manoeuvre. From that one. Aaron Large just cannot get away from this play. Even though they're fighting very, very hard, he doesn't seem to be able to break away from Mole, Sturman and Grassi. He's not that far behind him, but he's a little bit off where these guys are. Going on the 10th position, Gary Cooper and Quinton Shobito. Right behind them as well, Brendan James. All arguing away. Oh, that was tiny little impact. Oh no, at that speed, that's going to go wrong. Quinton Shobito is shoved into the wall. Gary Cooper goes for a bit of a half spin. Brendan James was lucky not to get caught up in all of that. Quinton bounced quite heavily off the wall. Now the field beginning to spread out a little bit. This lot didn't get the memo. So here we are, Grassi on the back of the Sturba. Aren't getting the momentum. The Sturba seems to have got back at David Moore as well. Look at the inside line. I don't think he's going to get into that one. He doesn't. What did he do? Man's lost again. Down towards turn 3. Grassi trying to get the exit of the ring response to that back straight into his line, but I think he had to possibly back out of that. He's had to jump out of the slipstream very, very early. He was really, really close to Jürgen Sturmer there. I get the feeling he had to back out of that. Still showing his intent. He's going to go for the inside line coming into turn 5. Can Jürgen Sturmer defend? No. That's Roy Grassi through to 5th position, and David Moll nudges the back of Aaron Lars. That's about for the last podium spot. We haven't looked at Andrew Gillen or Alex Jameson for a while. Well, they're 3 seconds apart. Oh wow, and that's scary. Roy Grassi rather dives on the inside, catches David Moll napping there. But Aaron Large once again is being reeled back into this particular back. Here comes Jürgen Sturmer trying to get that maneuver done on David Moll. Oh, big move on the inside. That could go horribly wrong. Well driven from all of them. When Moll's gone too deep, that's going to give 4th position back to Roy Grassi. He's slammed on the side of Jürgen Sturmer. 3 minutes to go. Grassi gets straight to the defensive line once again and just gives Aaron Large that breathing space. Time moving back between Moll and Grassi. Sturmer should have had the best exit from that. Careful with your weaving, Mr. Grassi. Side by side, 3 wide, flash of the lights, don't know what you're flashing for. Oh, outside manoeuvre for David Moll and Roy Grassi. Can't quite get it done. Roy Grassi gets the traction he needs. On the inside of turn 1, slams the door on Jürgen Sturmer. Wow. Again, very, very well driven. Stu Neal's not far behind. Jürgen Sturmer drawing alongside David Moll now. Moll having to defend on the inside line, coming towards turn 5. Who's going to get this one right? Boy, Grassi didn't get that one quite right either. What a fantastic battle. I know there's other battles going on, but this is an absolutely brilliant one for, well, technically 3rd, but no, Moll makes a mistake. Catches Jürgen Sturmer in that particular battle. That's going to give Roy Grassi a bit of breathing space, a big bit of breathing space. But they still continue though. That would have caused a bit of damage. They go nonetheless. Into turn 9. Should be the penultimate time. Just about to come over the line to start the final lap. Stu Neal watching this lot unfold right ahead of him. He just doesn't want to grip. There's a lot of understeer with that car. He's getting a bit of a slip from Roy Grassi, but Jürgen Sturmer's getting a bigger one, I think. On the back of Moll. Let's look at the inside of turn 1, but doesn't commit to it. Not close enough for that. Final lap of round 5 for the Pro Lobby. side by side coming down to turn 3. Oh, unless Joker still is very brave, which he doesn't do. And that was why White is an ideal overtaking spot there. What he really needs is a decent run down to turn 5. No Grassy though. He's a second behind Aaron Large, so if Aaron just behaves himself, he should be absolutely fine. Here comes Sturber and Mole yet again. David Mole dives for the apex on that defensive line, and Sturber can't get the traction when he needs it. Stu Neal's not far behind. So it all comes to tears. He's there ready to capitalise on that one. Into turn number 7. There's our race leader. He's in turn 9. All the penalties include towards 10 in the field. 2 for Powell, 6 for Daniels, 3 for Gary Cooper, and 1 for Good Toto. Well, it's been a pretty leisurely drive for this man. Andrew Gillone gives it a big old wiggle on the exit and has enough time to showboat. Flash of the light. Your winner in the final round of the night is Andrew Gillone. Alex Jameson comes across the line in second place. Toby Owen gets his name on the penalty board. Aaron Large on the podium again. Very nicely done in the second BMW. 3rd for Large, 4th for Grassy, 5 for Mole, 6 for Sturber, and 7 for Stu Neal. Everybody 8 downwards has got a penalty of some description. Look at that lot. Jason Powell's crossed the line in 8th. Brendan James is elevated to 9th, I think. Yes, because Gary Cooper's got a big old penalty. I didn't even have time to go through the field before the race is done. So before Stewart's intervention, Andrew Gillone takes the top spot again. Alex Jameson 2, Aaron Large 3, Roy Grassy 4th, David Moll in 5th, Jurka Sturber in 6th, Stu Neal 7th, Jason Powell in 8th, Brendan James 9, Quinton Chauvetot in 10th, Gary Cooper in 11th, Jay Daniels 12th, Toby Owen 13th, and sadly we lost Ollie Rubin very early on. We lost Brendan Van Heeden before the race even began, sadly. But wow, what a great race that was. And that will give me enough time to switch over to the AM lobby in the usual way. Hopefully we'll have some drivers join us again. We know his procedure by now. So on goes the music, and let's see where our AMs are. And lo and behold, there is someone joining me who has jumped into the box. It is... Oh, I'm still deaf and they can't actually hear me. There we go, that's better. Right, we have our podium, or we have 2 of our podium occupiers. Let's have a chat to... Let's have a chat to Aaron Large again.
Hi, Chris. Back on the top again here, thankfully.
Mr. Unconfident. Well, what a cracking show, sir.
Yeah, someone wiped out the brake marker that I wiped. Well, my reference for a brake marker anyway, so that was peer pressure all the way through that.
Yeah, that can happen. That's why you shouldn't use the markers and use something a bit more easy for me to say in the commentary box. I absolutely agree. But no, I know what you mean. When you lose your point of reference, it does put that extra bit of pressure on you, but you handled it very well, sir.
Yeah, I said I just kept an eye on my mirrors. I think I was defending a few times. It's hard to judge how close they are.
Oh, they were right with you, all right. Quite a few times. You looked like you were under a lot of pressure.
Oh yeah, it just goes to, well, I wouldn't swear, but it goes to hell as soon as I get under pressure. It goes loose and slow, and yeah, it just doesn't help me at all.
But well held, a big haul of championship points.
Yeah, race 2 could have been better, but there you go.
Well, you can't win them all, as they say, but that's a great haul of points for you. Where are we next time around? We are in Brands next week. What are your thoughts towards Brands?
Too many corners, 2 tight corners. Yeah. See how it goes with BMW.
Well, you've set yourself on a great way forward heading towards that particular race. So we wish you the best of luck moving forward. Thank you very much once again, Aaron Large.
Nice one. Thank you very much. Cheers, Chris.
We have the champion with us again, Alex Jameson. Hello to you, sir.
Good evening.
What happened to you in the first race?
Technical difficulties. PC just died.
You were just wanting to give people a fair chance. That's very sporting of you.
Well, I was running in second at that point, so yeah.
It did look like the pace, the winning pace just wasn't quite with you tonight. I mean, it ebbs and flows. There's some tracks the Renault will do better than the Beamer another way round, I'm sure, but it looked like it was a night for the BMWs tonight.
Yeah, unfortunately the Renault just wasn't quite there. I expected it to be a little bit better than it was, but yeah, I think obviously with Andrew behind the wheel of the VM, no one stood a chance, unfortunately. So yeah, I mean, I was pretty happy with my lap times in qualifying. I think the best I'd managed in time trials were 42.5s, and then got a 42.1 in quali, so that was a much better improvement than I was expecting. But yeah, I think after doing some practice with Andrew early in the week, sort of knew that wasn't really going to be able to challenge him at this track, unfortunately.
So, what are your thoughts towards Brands Hatch next week?
I don't even know. I'm not going to make any predictions. I'm sure Andrew will be rapid. He always is. So I'll definitely have a fight on my hands there. I'm hoping maybe it'll lean a little bit more towards the Renault next week, but I guess we'll have to wait and see.
You're far too modest, sir. You're far too modest, but I wish you the best of luck nonetheless. Thank you very much, Alex Jameson.
Cheers, thank you.
Right, so we await the green light for the final race of the AM Lobby. No one else has wanted to come and join me, which is absolutely fine for the Pro Tide. They've all disappeared. Their night's work is done. So when the AM Lobby is ready to go, I'll be straight back with you. I have no doubt this will be yet again a great way to see the night. Sooner do I say that we are now loading in. So then, final race of the night, and who's on the front? Well, once again, no prizes for guessing. It's JP McKinley on the front row. It's Andrew Whitehead second. So the BMW has split the Celtic Bromance pair. So King-Kodiak in third, and there's Ted Cooper, row 4, Colin Dunn, row 5, Curtis Callahan in row 6. Oh, what might have been for Alice Hughes in race number 2. But she starts in 7th. Strong result there. Kev Straw in 8th. Good effort there. Oh dear, Matt Webb did not do well in his qualifying run, but starts in 9th. You never know how well these things will go. McRae Williams in 10th. Carl Aldrin 11th. Adam Davies 12th. Tobias Eriksson 13th. And Trev Hummer at the tail of the field for the final time tonight. It is time to wind them up and let them for it and let them go. Bit of a steady start from McKinley, but a Storm King start. It's a BMW Stormer again from Andrew Whitehead. Storms into side by side between Ted Cooper and King-Kodiak behind them. Lots of toing and throwing, as you would imagine. Colin Dunn trying to shut the line down there as Trev Hummer all the way up to 6th, but he's bouncing off the people. Absolutely, what on earth has happened there? He's had a storming start. Quite see. I think it was trouble further back. Alice Hughes. Oh no, Alice Hughes has tangled with McRae Williams into that first corner, and absolute chaos there. Oh my days, what on earth has happened there? A great shame once again for Alice Hughes. But look at this. This is the rest of the field. This is first down to 12th, streaming on down towards the hairpin on turn 5. Moment, Whitehead is fending off JP McKinley. Look at this lot behind though. Oh, who's that? That's slightly that's Trev Hummer, I think. I wonder if there's been a weird lobby issue because Trev Hummer was at the back and suddenly found himself. Oh, he's had an absolutely storming start. Either way, he's done very, very well. So hopefully he can hold it. There goes Carl on the outside of the BMW. Oh, slam it inside of him. There's King-Kodiak in third. Oh, Ted Cooper is the first one to open up the penalty score. So he managed to score for himself. He scored a 2-pointer there, or 2 seconds. 2-second penalty there. Towards the first corner, final corner rather, for the first time in anger. Celtic Bromance. So looking good. So King-Kodiak seems to have sorted his language out, which is good to see. Colin Dunn up to 4th. Great start for him. See if he he's able to chase off half of the top three. There's Ted Cooper, Chris Callahan, Matt Webb in 7th position, Carl Lord in 8th. Kev Hammer is now down to 9th, so his monster start, unfortunately, he's starting to undo itself, but oh yeah, that'll do it. There's Tobias Eriksson, this is in 12th position, Kev Straw in 11th. McRae and Alice Hughes have chosen to continue despite their heavy damage. Oh, there goes JP McKinley on the inside of Whitehead. No, can't draw alongside. The top three, half a second apart. Oh no! They've come together. Whitehead and McKinley have come together. Kiki Max sneaks through on the inside to take the lead. But JP McKinley and Whitehead still side by side, coming down towards turn 7. BMW holds the inside line. Can he fend off JP McKinley just about? But Kiki Max now leads the way. Wow, that changed hands quickly. There's Colin Dunn looking to upset the apple cart as well. Just goes to show how quickly things change position. There's Callahan on Ted Cooper's case, trying to get the inside line coming down towards turn 9. Oh, that was close. Ted's gone a little bit deep. Oh, you can't shut the door when someone's in it. But well held from all concerned. Dunn looks set to get really involved in this lead battle. Andrew Whitehead's not letting anyone get away with anything. There we go there. Already Kiki Mack goes to that defensive line. Interesting that Whitehead doesn't follow. Because that one doesn't look like he needs to. Let's get on board with Colin Dunn. Oh, what a move from Andrew Whitehead. Dives on the inside of turn 1 and holds it. Back tries to do the outside maneuver, heading down towards turn 3, can't quite get involved in there. Oh, the Celtic Bromance band nearly coming together. I'm not sure that McKinley intended that one. I think Keith going to let McKinley go. Just going to let Colin Dunn through though. Here comes Colin, he's got a great maneuver there. Great amount of momentum rather. He gets one. Is he going to try and get the other one? No, he knows better than that. Try and nail the second one. Oh, bit of a lock up there from McKinley. Side by side still, Colin Dunn and Kiki Mack. Well, the Celtic Bromance pair rather than compromise their own run out of turn 4. And Colin Dunn's capitalised on that, but he was very wide coming through turn 6. There's Ted Cooper as well. Chris Callahan not far behind. Matt Webb's not actually far off them either. But that has given Andrew Whitehead some rather valuable breathing space, which, judging by past form, is not going to last very long. No disrespect meant to any of them, but we've seen how closely fought this pack is, and yep, that's what I thought would happen. Colin Dunn has got on the penalty. That's a 2-second one for him. Ted's increased his up to 3, and Webb, as we saw earlier, has got a single one on the board. Whitehead leads McKinley, leads Dunn, leads King-Kodiak, leads Cooper, leads Callahan. Top 6 in fairly short order. Masters lap 43.5, a decent lap there from Whitehead. Ted Cooper actually just a tenth off of that lap time. And so a few penalties are upsetting the board somewhat. Look how closely that Colin does have to defend against Kiki Mack. He locked up a little bit into turn 1, but Colin Dunn not able to close in too much on JP McKinley ahead. That's Kev Straw through to 10th position. Oh, that was close to Tobias Eriksson, Trev Hammer, and Alice Hughes was given up trying to live with that one, has brought that one into the pits. JP McKinley fastest in sector 1. Colin Dunn defending hard from Kiki Mack coming down towards turn 5. Kiki Mack noses to the lead briefly, but Colin Dunn's got the inside line back up into that podium spot for last season's AM champion. Kiki Mack not wanting to let that go at all. He wants the inside line for turn 7. Again, can't quite get it done. Colin Dunn doing exactly what he needs to do. Yes, I know the pun I'm putting in there. I'm not doing it intentionally. It's just difficult not to use that sentence. It's the problem I had last time I commented on Colin Dunn. Ted Cooper's got a great ringside seat for this. Oh, big dip there for Kiki Mack. Cost him 10 for a bit, perhaps, but too bad. If anything, this is going to allow Ted to close in on them. He's within a second of the second Celtic Romance runner. Let's have a look at the lap times now as they cross the line. 43.4 for Whitehead, 43.3 for McKinley, 43.7 for Dunn, 43.7 for Mack, and 43.6 for Cooper. Very similar lap times, although of course Colin Dunn and King-Kodiak are fighting absolutely crazily. As Trevor has lost another spot. Although Alden has just claimed 7th place from Matt Webb. We've got Adam Davies in that battle as well, so a scrap, primarily a two-way scrap for 7th place between Carl Alden and Matt Webb. Oh, that would have worked if Carl Alden was not a little bit more hesitant going through that turns 3 and 4, but Matt Webb well held. Oh no, what's happened up here? What has happened here? King-Kodiak's in trouble. I think, Colin Dunn and King-Kodiak have either come together or they've simply swapped round in the fighting, because McKinley is staying on Whitehead's case, and suddenly Dunn is now back into 4th place. So yeah, I think that's just King-Kodiak making a move on Colin Dunn. Doesn't look like Colin Dunn was able to hang on to the back of King-Kodiak's coming through turns 5, 6 and 7. The race still did well, so plenty of race, 6.5 minutes to go. That's Chris Callahan, who's walking a little bit off the back of Ted Cooper. It's certainly been the rule of the roost certainly has belonged to the BMWs this time. 43.8, 43.6, 43.5. Quickest of the top 3 was actually King-Kodiak. Oh dear, more penalties on the board. Let's have a quick look. 3 for Colin, 4 for Ted, 1 for Callahan, 4 for Matt Webb, and 1 for McRae Williams now. It just doesn't want to turn. It just looks very, very understeery going through certain key turns. Wow, Colin Dunn has badly fallen off the back of King-Kodiak. So whether there was impact between... Oops, that's a good wide for Ted Cooper. I suspect there was impact between Colin Dunn and King-Kodiak that's possibly causing a bit of lack of pace for Colin. Let's look at the front of the car. It looks all right. That doesn't mean it is. There's no obvious sign of damage there. Whitehead doing exactly what he needs to do under a lot of pressure. David McKinley may not be in striking distance yet, but he does seem to have that extra couple of tenths over the BMW at the moment. So we will see how that transpires when the checkered flag is ready to fall in about 3 laps' time. I suspect Andrew's going to be really feeling it, certainly by then. Well, that could be his chosen line because he wants to cut back for the end of the apex into turn 9. What you can do it. I'm sure that really opens up an awful lot. Considering turn 10 is very, very close. Look how close again the Celtic Romance pair are. King-Kodiak hasn't fallen that far off the back. Oh wow, Colin Dunn's fallen badly off the back of King-Kodiak now. That's now nearly 3 seconds between the two. Fastest lap by King-Kodiak at 43.3. It's a 45.1 for Colin Dunn. 5.6 for Ted Cooper. My goodness me, these top 3 are condensing up quite well. It's going to be interesting to see how that fares towards the end of the race. Just 4 tenths between the top 2 now. That's getting very, very close. And that's McRae Williams in the pits. Oh dear, oh dear. That car's seen better days, and he's out. He has retired the car. Look at a couple of the other battles. That's Adam Davies on the back of Matt Webb and Carl Alden. Oh, such an unusual line for that. Ted's trying to hang on to the back of Colin Dunn, but that gap is hovering around a second. But the battle for the lead continues. Now just about, well, realistically a couple of tenths between the BMW and the Celtic Romance of Renault. At the moment, King-Kodiak isn't getting involved in it, but that could go any way. Isn't enough of a pace difference for McKinley to elbow his way past Whitehead, but then we saw we saw previously how a penalty in the dying stages completely changes the top, the top echelons of the race. So you just cannot assume anything until that checkered flag falls. But Whitehead's certainly feeling it now. McKinley's had a great run from that final turn. Oh, a 44-0 from Whitehead there. He lost 4/10 on McKinley. McKinley is very, very large in Andrew Whitehead's mirrors as Matt Webb adds to his penalty count. Oh, is McKinley going to look to try and get on the inside? Oh, well, it was inside for turn 1. No, Whitehead just had the traction when he needed it. Swing through turns 3 and 4. Here we go again. As Adam Davies and Matt Webb are having an argument for 8th position. Over to the defensive line for Andrew Whitehead to defend the lead. To the outside line goes JP McKinley. It's not likely to change there. Oh, McKinley tried to cut back underneath the BMW, but no. Whitehead defending exactly where he needs to do. King-Kodiak not far away either, waiting to get involved in this battle. And again, Whitehead defends that inside line, forces JP McKinley to the outside. Another long corner Beckett's at turn 9. I suspect we're going to see the same thing again. Sweep through turn 8. Both drivers driving brilliantly well. Oh, just as I say that, McKinley locking up a little bit. McKinley goes to that tighter line, tries to stay closer to the apex for longer. Well, both groups seem to be working for their respective drivers. King-Kodiak much closer this time as he locks up into that final turn. As Matt Webb and Adam Davies continue their fight for 8th position. Yeah, King-Kodiak quickly to the top 3. Final lap now. It is do or die, all or nothing, feast or famine for the top 3. Into turn 1. Much easier said than done just to concentrate on your own braking points and where to put the power on when you've got someone that's looming very, very large in your mirrors, especially when it's for the win. Just see the fly collection in front of JP McKinley's car. Enjoy having a white livery. You can see that pretty well. Down the back straight. King-Kodiak's not realistically going to get involved in this unless something goes wrong with the top 2. McKinley, no, you were too far back for that. He's compromised his line. He's gone a bit deep into that turn 5. King-Kodiak's right there as well. Now I suspect the Celtic Bromance pair won't fight each other. Whitehead is defending exactly where he needs to do, but needs to keep his car within the lines. Track limits will bite pretty dramatically. Out of turn 7. Is it going to be a banzai attempt from McKinley into turn 9? Whitehead's defending the inside line. He's not wanting that to happen, but McKinley's gone for it. Was there a moment between the two? It's forced Whitehead wide. And McKinley's through. McKinley's made it stick, but Whitehead's still there. Here comes King-Kodiak as well. Oh, is it going to be a Celtic Bromance 1-2? Whitehead's not wanting it. My goodness me, impact between the BMW and King-Kodiak. Whitehead just about elbows his way back into 2nd position. Oh, has he? King-Kodiak's actually got himself a penalty in that final exchange. It was JP McKinley that takes the win. Oh my goodness. Half a second separating the top 3. JP McKinley taking the win. Whitehead 2, King-Kodiak 3. Colin Dunn takes 4th. Chris Callahan's elevated to 5th. Ted Cooper dropping to 6th position with penalties. Alden 7. Matt Webb and Adam Davies swapping round 8th to 9th. Tobias Harrison claims 10th. Matt Webb has dropped to 11th as Trev Hummer in 12th. Alice Hughes from that horrid start is still going, some distance behind. Oh dear, that's not gone well for Alice, but still pressing on nonetheless. Oh, she's still got quite a few corners to go. Sadly, I've got no one else really realistically to point the cameras. Oh, what might have been for Alice, still respectable lap times in there. She could have certainly been in the battle for the midfield. I think possibly the lead battle may well have been a little bit out. Or certainly judging by 45.3. What was her best lap time was? 44.7. So potentially, but I think the top lap times were a little bit quicker than that. But still, sadly, lap 1, turn 1, claiming Alice very early on, but she crosses the line nonetheless, sees the race through. Fair play to her for that. So, for the final time for the AMs before Andy Stewart's intervention, it is a win for JP McKinley, Andrew Whitehead in second, King-Kodiak in third, even picking up a final seconds penalty at the end. I crossed the line in third anyway, so it didn't make any difference. Colin Dunn in fourth, Chris Callahan fifth, Ted Cooper in sixth, Carl Alden seventh, Adam Davies in eighth, Kev Straw 9, Tobias Eriksson 10, Matt Webb 11, Trev Hummer 12, Alice Hughes rather in 13th, and McRae Williams sadly retiring during the course of the race. Well, what a way to see the night out. We've been joined by a few people. Let's get the music back underway and see who has come to join me for the final time of the night. And we have got, well, there's a shock. We have our podium 3. Let's have a chat with King-Kodiak first of all. Your night's not gone brilliantly, I think it's fair to say, overall.
Had a weird glitch in the practice before the events tonight, which caused me to have silly lap times.
Yeah,
but
1:37 apparently.
Yeah, like real time, it was a normal lap time, like a 1:44, 1:45. But in-game time gave me 1:37.
Nice.
No idea why. That bug managed to go to the next. I thought it was just a server bug, so I went to the next race, and obviously first race of the night, and it still happened. And it was like, okay, this is weird. So verified my files, did all that stuff. Second race, huge amounts of lag.
Yes,
so
we saw that, I'm afraid.
anyone else's race. And then third race, actually got to have a race.
Didn't
and,
you just? Wow.
Yeah, eventful last lap, and good race with Colin Dunn, I believe I was battling with for most of that race for third. And then the last lap, sprint race for the line, even though I picked up a 1 second penalty. Didn't know if anyone else was going to pick one up, so I thought I'd just keep my nose in there in case someone else picked one up. But I'll take third after tonight's events.
Yeah, I can imagine so. Again, were Celtic Bromance looking at the podiums again? Generally where we find you two.
Yeah, I think every week we're looking to get podium spots if we can. It's hard. It's not easy. It's not as easy as sometimes we make it look, especially tonight with Andrew's pace in the Beamer. Yeah, it's good to get a podium finish for us both.
You looking forward to Brands Hatch next week?
Yeah, big fan of Brands Hatch. It's a great track, so should be an exciting one for us all, and yeah, should be good fun.
Good luck for next week. Thank you very much, King-Kodiak.
Thank you very much.
Well, Andrew Whitehead, once again, you weren't shy to get your elbows out. Brilliant job. Loved it.
Yeah, I'm a little bit less conservative on the tyres. That boy JP just looks after them so well, and because we raced so closely in the first race, he'd already eyed me up and knew where I was a little bit weaker than him. So, and as my tyres went off, I was a sitting duck. Fair play to the guy. It's absolutely brilliant driving. Put the pressure on, forced the mistakes, made me wear my tyres out even further. But what I'm pleased at is that I've proved that the BMW and myself have got the pace. If I can just stay out of trouble in those early laps, then you know it's a podium car all day, every day. So just got to stay out of trouble.
Very, very true, and it was great to see how just how well you were making those the Celtic Bromance pair work for it. Will it be the same in Brands Hatch?
Of course it will. I intend to split them again.
Excellent stuff. We look forward to it. Thank you very much, Andrew Whitehead.
Thank you.
JP McKinley.
How are you? Oh my god.
Bit less knackered than you, I suspect. My goodness, did you have to work for that?
I really had to get. That is honestly the hardest race all season, without a doubt. The hardest race all season so far. That was incredible. I'm nearly lost for words, like how exhausted I am. Like that was crazy, that race. But
how early had you planned that move, that final race-winning move into turn 9? Was that a spur of the moment thing, or did you think it's got to be there, it's now or never?
Well, when the light turned out for the race, I knew he was going to jump off into the lead because it's what all BMWs do, and I was just sitting behind him, and I realised I was a lot faster into turn 1 than him. Because even when we were running down to turn 2, I was thinking about half a second faster than him before we even got there. So I knew I could get me time there, and I was hoping I could actually get him down the back straight down into the hairpin. I did try to do the switchback on him, but it didn't quite work. I think I did it twice, but it didn't quite work. So then on the second last lap, I says, right, it's now or never. So and then I got a bad exit out down to the back straight, and I was like, oh well, that's it. And then but I just managed to stay with him, and he made a mistake after the hairpin, and I was back on him, and then I was like, right, it's now or never. I'm just gonna, as Daniel Ricciardo would say, just gonna have to lick the stamp and send it. So that's what I did, and I managed to somehow not make contact and just squeeze up the inside, and then just cover off the last 2 corners. And I just can't believe that race is unbelievable. Hats off to him. He did a great job.
Brilliantly done all around. So are you looking forward to Brands as well?
Well, typically Brands Hatch isn't really a track that I'm very strong at. Like it's just, I don't know what it is. I don't really like the track, but it might be damage limitation next weekend. But we'll see how we get on. Anyways, maybe we can just get some practice in during the week or whatever. But what a weekend! Hey, what a weekend!
You have very much earned the victory, and you deserve to enjoy it. Good luck for next week and for the remainder of the season.
All right.
Thank you very much, JP McKinley.
Thank you very much.
That brings
Bye.
tonight's festivities to an end. Thank you very much to those who have been with us throughout the stream. A great pleasure to have you on board. As mentioned, next week we will be at the full GP layout of Brands Hatch. It'll be the final race of the year, and then just 2 more rounds to kick off 2021 in style. Until then, do join us back on this channel 7:45 next week to see off 2020 in style. Thank you very much, and good night.